And now for something completely different.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Groovinator from RaidersOfTheLostFlix.com on my very first episode of Raiders of the Lost Flicks Live. And yes, that's what I'm calling it. I'm not going to call it Grindhouse a Go-Go because at the last minute I just thought that was nuts. And also I made an intro and it sounded really bad. So for now, it's just going to be Raiders of the Lost Flicks Live until I get something better. I'm joined tonight with my special guests from the Place to Be Reviews, MJ and ETEP. MJ, say hello.
Hi. I had to figure out what button to push. I'm struggling over here on Friday.
And my brother from another mother, ETEP Bakuyan, in the Place to Be.
Hola, cheers, l'chaim, mazel tov, Good Friday evening. I'm glad to be here on the premiere of Raiders of the Lost Flicks Live. Thank you for having us over here.
You know, it's been a year in the making, man. I've been trying to put this show together forever. I'm like, I need to have a regular live stream because Pete has like 8 of them, and I have none, and I'm like, why does he get to put one together and I can't? So, you know what, though? These two people have become very good friends of mine, and they mean a lot to me, and they share my vision. And my vision ultimately at some point is to do this for a living. I would actually like to rent a space, write sketch comedy, and make people laugh for a living. That's my ultimate dream. Unfortunately, I need a lot more subs to get to that point, but it is a stepping stone. But these two people share that vision with me, and it's really special. And I came into this channel with the best of intentions from the get-go, and I don't feel like I'm where I am now from where I started. It feels like I lost my way. Trying to pull up some stuff here. It's the state of the channel. So I've not been happy with my content. I've had very little growth. I do some videos that get hits, but then nobody's really subscribing. So that means a lot of people are just hate watching my videos, which that's fine for analytics too. But cases in like Star Wars and the Disney Plus streaming service, or maybe one of my crazy rants, especially Star Wars, nobody watches those, and I've just gotten to the point where I'm tired of waking up and trying to find some kind of a topic that people like to see me crank and bitch about and moan and complain. And that's not me. That's not where I want to be. That's not what I want to do. This started off as a movie channel, and I'm trying to take it back to basics. I want this to be a movie channel. And after talking to MJ a lot and having a nice long heart-to-heart with Cody as well, they talked me into becoming a Stubbs A-list member. All right. What that means is that for $21.95, this is not an ad, by the way. I can see
it's a paid announcement.
I can, but if you guys want to sponsor me, hey, we're listening. All right. I'll be your guy. All right. But I can see up to 3 movies a week. So what I'm going to do is every Thursday, I'll go catch whatever new movies are coming out, maybe do a double or a triple if possible, if I can stand to sit that long. And then I'll review brand new movies for you on Friday. And also, these two people that share my vision are probably going to be co-hosts on this channel on a regular basis. Maybe not all the time, but they're going to be here a lot. And between the 3 of us, we're going to review almost all of the movies that come out. So we're going in open-minded. We're not just doing Star Wars. We're not just doing Marvel. We're doing all of the movies. Okay. In fact, ETEP here has to see a movie tomorrow.
I need a drink. Hang on.
I just realized we're in matching hats.
Yes, we are.
It's awesome, you guys. It's got the Detroit connection. Here I am with the damn Chicago hat on. What do I know, right? So, but yeah, so that's what's going to happen. This is going to become a movie channel, and I'm happy about it. I'm excited. Content's going to change. I'll still do my rants from time to time, but I'll probably save some of those for the boardroom, because that's the other problem. I'm doing all these live streams, and I feel like I'm covering the same article 5 or 6 times a week, and it's wearing me down. I can only complain about the same thing so often. So I might save some of those rants for some of the other live streams. I know the boardroom is going to be on my channel this week on Wednesday. at 8:30. So if there's a particular article that I think I can bring something interesting to, I'll save it for there. All right. So I hope that doesn't upset too much of you. But like I said, I've been wanting to get this live stream going for a long time. I want this to be kind of like a movie / variety show, something you guys can look forward to on Friday. So thank you so much for being here and supporting me in this venture. And MJ actually has the movie pass too, and we're actually going to talk about that a little bit here.
I would like to do that, but where I live, it's not feasible because there's like 2 theaters within like 40 miles. So
I have like 40 theaters in
there's
2 miles.
there's nothing here.
Oh,
like,
wait. Before we get into the movie passes, I do have a special announcement. We do very well with our live reviews and our watch parties as well. So when you see this little thing going on here, all right, we're going to be doing one of our watch parties, and our very next watch party is going to be the infamous Star Wars holiday special.
Yay!
That is going to be December 7th on this channel. That is a free movie to watch. All you got to do is just be here. Just give us your time. That's all we're asking for. It's a free to watch movie. And for those of you down under that can't join us at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 7th, that's fine, because if you join my Facebook group, shameless plug, I'm going to be showing that movie for 24 hours all day long. So you can watch that movie whenever you want and comment as often as you would like. So all day long, Star Wars holiday special. What better way to celebrate Christmas by suffering together through one of the worst Star Wars inventions ever made? So
that's so creepy, Pete.
I was trying to look like that cat at the table, dude.
Now that I got that nightmare out of the way, let's go back to what I was going to say, which let's talk about movie passes. So yeah, I signed up for AMC Stubs. Now I know they used to have Movie Pass, and that was the first thing that I was looking for. And then I realized that they canceled that. I kind of forgot about it. But AMC Stubs, I can see up to 3 movies a week for $21.95, which I think is a really good deal.
And you get like discounted popcorn and stuff and a birthday
$5
gift
off popcorn. And for me, I used to complain about, because it does take a half an hour to get to the movie theater, but there's 2 movie theaters that I go to. One is like 18 miles away. The other one is 10. But for some reason, they both take the same amount of time because one just has more lights than the other one. So
yeah.
But I'm a lot more active than I used to be too, so I don't mind doing this. I think it's going to improve the content on this channel, just reviewing all the movies and talking about why it works or why it doesn't work. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's bad, I'm going to let you know about it because I have opinions. That's how I became the Groovinator. So, but yeah, what do you guys think about? So you got, how long have you had the Movie Pass, MJ?
Like March.
Oh, March? Okay.
She got in time for Captain Marvel.
Honestly, did not realize that you saw as many movies as you do.
I know my voice is a little sheltered on somebody else's channel. No, yeah, I really do watch. We go a lot. I mean, especially now that like this is everybody else's busy time, and
yeah, this is also like it's Oscar bait season. This is where they seem to float everything out there like all at once. So now is like a great time to have something like this. Yeah,
I don't do a whole lot for the holidays, so I'm like, this is my time. I'm like, I would go every night if I wanted, so. I've
got Thanksgiving, which is like the only thing. But then like after Christmas, I probably won't even celebrate Christmas till like late December or January because my brother-in-law works for UPS. So, they ain't gonna let his ass off.
Yeah.
So, he can come when he can, and we don't do Christmas until people show up. And that's kind of the way it's always been in my family because my dad worked for the railroad, so he's being an engineer, he'd be out for days at a time. And as long as I can remember, it's Santa Claus will show when your dad can be home. And that's, we just went with it. We're like, okay, whatever. Not sure how he's going to get past down that little ass chimney that we got. But, that's between science and God and magic. So, I don't know what's
science, magic, God, magical science, God. There it is.
How far away from a movie theater are you? Do you have it a little bit closer than I am, or
yeah?
Okay, yeah. See,
there's one that's literally it's like I don't know, less than a mile from my work, and then there's like 6 from my work to my house that I could stop at. So, like, I basically just like pick the show and then whatever time, like
I like that. Yeah, you select it, you pick a time, and then you're
Yeah.
locked in, and then you got like a little app, and you go in there and you scan it. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited about it because I know last time, and that's not my favorite theater because I like the one
Mine
that's 18 miles away. They don't have stubs. It's not an AMC theater.
Yeah.
So that's the one with the Cinebistro.
right. There's a Regal theater that's one of my favorite to go to, but it's not worth. I mean, it's $18 a ticket, and then another $7 for candy and shit like that. So I'm like,
That's why you buy shit before and just take it in with you.
The Cinebistro is
doesn't work
great,
like that
but
down here.
they don't have 3D movies there either. Which honestly, I can take or leave those. I'm not really crazy about.
They make me sick. I can't watch 3D movies.
I kind of like the D box, but then I kind of don't. I'm getting to the point now where like that the lure of the first D box movie I ever saw was Mad Max Fury Road. So that was great. And I saw it pretty much by myself. There's like maybe only 3 other people in the movie theater.
Yeah.
And the one guy spilled his pop while waiting in the thing, because he didn't realize that thing was going to shake as much as it did. I'm like, dude, it's Mad Max. It's like one big giant freaking car chase,
like a roller coaster.
It's so,
that's why. Okay, so the first movie I went to, when did I go? I think it was Tuesday this week. The first movie I went to, I was by myself. I literally walked in the theater. I was the only one there. I had to call the front desk to tell them to turn the lights off because it was like,
oh no,
you couldn't see the screen. So, and then the second movie, there was 2 like older people in front of me, so there's 3 of us. I was like,
that seems to be most of the movies I see nowadays. But then again, I go during the old people shift on purpose. I
don't mind. It's like it's
people
quiet.
talk too much.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if I told you, but when I went and saw Infinity War a couple of years ago, I had that lady sitting behind me through the entire movie. Yep. Yep. Oh, yep.
Oh,
bring
God.
it. Yeah, you do it through the whole movie.
She would have got a punch to the throat.
What's wrong with you people? This is not a Baptist church. I mean, what's going on? I'm like, it's a Marvel movie. Calm down. I'm like, we're all happy to be here, but
motherfuckers holy ghosting and shit in the aisle.
She struck me as the type of person that just wanted attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, all right. If I say anything, I'm just gonna start something. But
yep.
Oh, I would have threw down.
It was like that at what the hell was it? On Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man Far From Home, or there was a lot of kids, younger kids there. So I mean, and it wasn't even them, it was the damn teenagers. Me and I was sitting there with my buddy. I'm just like, God damn, man, I paid $8 to get in here. Shut up. Movie ticket. That's the one good thing is like I'm only paying like $7 to go see Charlie's Angels tomorrow.
So your next movie's Charlie's Angels
tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I had Godspeed, brother. Seriously, Godspeed.
I don't feel bad for him. I'm sorry.
You know what? From what I hear, it sounds like he's going to have just as bad of a time as Dark Fate was. Because
I still think you have it way worse.
Well, the only thing is at least with Charlie's Angels, they're not doing a gender swap. So if they want to make female empowerment with 3 angels, it at least makes sense.
Yeah.
But
and
from what I understand,
he can just
that's all it's about.
He can ignore all of the dialogue and just stare at them. So.
Oh yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna have.
Can't really do that with
it's
Mackenzie Davis bot.
I don't want to sway you because that's one thing. If you watch reviews before you do your own, it kind of has a tendency to play into your head while you're writing or coming up with your thoughts. You're constantly looking at the screen and trying to see what they see. So you kind of want to go in blind, but. When you finally do get done watching the movie, check out the review on Double Toasted because I was laughing pretty hard today watching that one. They were not happy with the results on that one at all. So
I did watch part of Mr. H reviews, his spoiler-free part of it.
Okay.
Because it was just basic plot points and stuff like that. Nothing in depth.
It lacks its own identity, at least what I'm hearing about. But we're gonna do that on Peace Channel tomorrow night.
Yep.
I don't know the exact time, just depends on how soon he can get his ass home and we can go live. So
we're gonna shoot tentatively for probably about 10:45 Eastern.
All right.
Tomorrow
so we'll
night.
do that.
By the time I get home and get situated, because like I said, I'm going at 7. It's an hour and 58-minute run time, and it's probably about a 30-minute drive, and they'll give me time to get home and get set up and everything. So we'll do 10:45.
Sounds good.
9:45. If you
I got it. Thank you.
Depending on what time zones you're in. West Coast, What, 7:45?
I think it's 6.
For West Coast, there's still only 3 hour difference. For California, isn't it?
For me or from
No,
you?
for me. From
Oh.
Michigan to California, it's 3 hours.
I don't know. I thought it was 3 hours for me.
I don't know.
I don't know. I will
Doesn't
never
matter.
understand
Doesn't
the
matter.
time zones, and I'll never understand the purpose of daylight savings
Stupid
time.
daylight
either.
savings time.
Daylight savings time is
God.
worthless.
That needs to be abolished right now.
It was
It
5,
makes me so mad.
5 p.m. here, and it's pitch black.
Yeah. It ain't cool.
No.
Fucking A.
But yeah, so what was I lost my track of my thoughts. Okay.
Welcome to my world.
But yeah, I think Movie Pass is pretty cool, and I think it's going to help. And I don't mind. There's one thing I've noticed is, when I see a bad movie and then I see a good movie, I see the big difference, and you start noticing things like, okay, bad movie, bad lighting, good movie, better lighting. But then again, high budget movies can be just as bad. So me being into bad movies, I might see something that's terrible at the theaters that just came out that might go right alongside of something like Miami Connection or Samurai Cop. You know what I mean? So
Cats.
right?
Jojo,
So,
what is it? The Jojo, is it
Jojo
Jojo Rabbit? That
Jojo
one's
Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
So your next movie, MJ, what are you seeing? What's on
Ford
next?
versus Ferrari.
Ford versus Ferrari, and that's tomorrow. You're gonna see that tomorrow?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
It was
okay.
tomorrow. Tuesday.
That's one I actually want to see. Yeah, I don't know. You know what's going to happen is, see, I picked my tickets for next week, but they don't let you see all the other shows for that day. They just show you the new releases, and then as it gets closer to Wednesday, they change that. So if I can see another show after Mr. Rogers, I will.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I can squeeze Ford versus Ferrari or
I don't think the runtime on it is all that long. So.
Dr. Sleep, if I can see that one too, that'll happen. But anyways, I want to get to
Mr. Friday Night, really?
Mr. Friday Night.
Tomorrow would be Mr. Saturday Night Special.
No.
It's a midnight
Oh, yeah.
special.
Oh, some Creedence. Shine a light on me.
I was going. There's
Midnight
a
special. Shine a ever-loving light on me. Take me to church now. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna do
It ain't Sunday.
It's Friday evening service.
So we're gonna watch a trailer real quick, and then we're gonna talk about some movies that are coming out that we might actually be excited about. So,
All right.
I have to admit, I have seen this trailer already. It's all
I
crazy.
have not.
Which one is this?
This is well, you'll see in a second here. Let me take this down, otherwise you're not gonna be able to see what it is. All right. Share the RTO, or else we're gonna have problems. All right. So this is the new revised Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. The original one came out and everybody's like, "Oh God, furries! What am I watching?" So
I didn't watch this yet.
yeah, this okay. Well, we'll watch it and then we'll provide our commentary. So let me know if this is too loud. Let me know.
A little ball of super energy
That's fine.
in an extremely handsome package. On my planet, people were always after my powers, so I came to yours. It gets a little lonely, but that's okay. I am living my best life on Earth. Ow! It's a place Sonic! Hedgehog's Mount also Sonic! Ugh, I can't with that guy. Uh-oh.
Why are you hiding out in my garage?
They're coming for me! If they steal my power, they could conquer the universe. You have to help me.
No, I don't. Please, it's life or death.
Good morning, my rural chum.
Mr. Dr. Robotnik, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me where it is.
You got the hipster
Don't hurt
haircut.
him. Road trip! Woo-hoo!
This can't be happening to me.
Oh my God, stop the car right now. What? The world's largest rubber band ball? We gotta...
No, this is not some fun family road trip.
You're right. It was lame. Gift shop was cool, though.
Whatever this creature is, I'm going to uncover the source of its powers.
Yeah, hey,
See what he does with his body.
I just thought you might like a latte with steamed Austrian goat milk. Of course I want a latte. I love the way you make them.
we gotta lay low. Let me show you how it's done. So should we get out of here?
Yeah, time to go.
I always want to do this. Nailed it! Uh-oh. Let's go! Here comes the boom!
How are you not dead?
I have no idea!
Oh, give me a big fat glass! That was an illegal left, by the way.
Aw, this one is cute. Let's keep him. Oh, come on! You've got car insurance, right?
Why would you throw your life away for this silly little alien?
Good time.
He's my friend.
Let's go! This is my power. And I'm using it to protect my friends. Let's go! Let's go! So, you're supposed to be Tom's best friend that he won't shut up about. Well, I don't see the appeal. That is very gross. Let's go!
All right.
It makes me want to go play the game.
I
It
know. I
does.
want to fire up my Sega Genesis right
Can
now.
I just say though, can we please retire the Ramones Blitzkrieg bop in every single movie trailer, in movie, and everything that ever comes out? Is it always?
They just use that in fucking
always
Spider-Man.
Blitzkrieg. I know, right? Oh, my
Just
God.
use that shit in Spider-Man. Like,
They
come on.
probably used it in both movies too.
I
didn't
think they did in the goddamn trailers for both of them.
It's a little played out. It's a little played out. The hedgehog does look better.
Oh yeah, that
like
character
the
design is
cartoon.
100 times better.
Who's the main actor?
That is Dave Marsden.
Okay.
James Marsden.
James Marsden.
James. I couldn't remember his name. I was like, he's familiar.
He is the one that played Cyclops in the X-Men, the original X-Men movie.
That's
And
okay.
he's graduated to Westworld for HBO, which he's fantastic on that. Some people speculate, well, how'd you go from, HBO is a pretty prestigious place to be these days. How do you graduate from Westworld to Sonic the Hedgehog? But I don't know. I think this movie looks cute.
Yeah.
It's something I would check out. Yeah, maybe there's
I'd
some
do
money
it.
behind it. But I think I do have to applaud the fact that they stopped, they listened to audiences, and they said, okay, we got this. We'll fix this. We're going to make this right. And people seem to like this trailer.
I like the trailer a lot more. I love I love the design of the character.
You can feel the gears grind. It's like
But
education.
this is and the fact that they went back and they redesigned this because of basically outrage from people on the internet, and rightly so, because the character was freaky looking. It didn't look right. With
his big ass green eyes, I'm like, why are they glowing?
with the banner down here and me talking like this.
terrifying. Yeah, it looked like
It looks like I just have a
like
mustache.
a horror movie. Yeah.
There, that's better. I was like, I don't just have a mustache. I promise you, there's a goatee. No, I like that they listen to the audience. I really do. But the caveat to that,
My head just got really big.
yeah, the caveat to that is, this sets a precedent for, like I said, it's good on one hand, but on the other hand, it's like every time the audience complains now, are they going to feel entitled to see the studio completely? Oh, you didn't have to change it, man. It was just kind of funny because I was looking the way it cut me. I was like,
I was
no.
feeling the same way on Cody's stream the other night. The whole time I'm like,
Yep.
I can't get any taller. This chair doesn't go
Yep.
up any higher. And I like seeing my posters in the background. So,
But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it's cool that they listened and they redid it because it's probably going to have a better return at the box office now, definitely, because of the character redesign. But at the same time, like I said, this just kind of opens the door every time that, I wish they listened to the Fandom Menace like that.
Well, that's what I'm
They
saying.
did.
It's
We wouldn't
like,
have had shit.
how many
but-
times have we seen bad trailers and rather than go back and try to use what they took as, take that advice and then go back and change something? Did they just double down on the movie and
Yep.
put it out anyway? I mean,
Yeah.
that's how
It's
we got
every time.
Terminator Dark Fate. It's like we saw that shit a year ago. It's exactly what we predicted it was. I didn't even want to be right. I
No.
wanted to be wrong. It's like it played out exactly the way I thought it would. I got to a point
Surprise.
where I was like just looking for something to like. I'm like, well, that was all right. That was cool, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, you had high hopes for that one.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I had no hopes going in for
Yeah,
it.
high apple pie in the sky hopes.
I had absolutely no hopes because that franchise has been bankrupt, creatively bankrupt for years. It's like, why this one? Well, are you really bringing something different? When the trailer is boring, the movie probably is too. Okay.
And when the trailer is 3/4 of the entire movie and it's still boring, chances
Also,
are.
when the
It
trailer
walks like
is
a duck.
50% member berries, it's probably bad material as well. Just saying.
I saw the clip of her "I'll be back." I was like, "Ugh,
Yeah.
why?"
That
It was just
irritated me.
cringy.
That
It
was
wasn't
not-
even delivered in like the same manner.
Mm-mm.
Like,
That's not her line. But it would be nice though if they would have thought, okay, well, you don't like this. Maybe we should go back to the drawing board and spend some extra money. You know that they spent an extra $6 million to fix that hedgehog. So he's the $6 million hedgehog.
He's Steve Austin.
We can rebuild him. We can make him stronger. Yeah, $6 million for a damn hedgehog.
See, right here, you need the cutaway to the Family Guy where they make Peter Griffin the $6 million man, but they don't want to spend a lot of money. And he's got a garbage can for a leg, a broom for an arm, and his eyes are straw. And he's running. You hear the garbage can clanking. That would be what they would do to me. So it would be not much different from what's going on right now.
So yeah, I would probably check this out. It looks like it's maybe geared towards kids, but I think what I'm most excited about for it though is
my
just
favorite.
I'm gonna go see it.
just Jim Carrey in doing comedy again. Seriously, it's like he's done the serious thing. All comedians want to be serious people, and then all serious people want to be comedians. It's just it's like the way of Hollywood. Sometimes that works. It worked great for Tom Hanks. I mean, I'm excited about
Just don't travel with him.
Yeah, no. Does he still have AIDS?
Who? Oh, God.
Philadelphia.
I think about that for a second. I'm like,
There's a deep cut right there. Yeah, nobody references Philadelphia.
That's a movie I've seen, but I forgot about. Man, that was like a long.
What was
time
that
ago.
movie? Really funny guy in it. Tom Hanks. That was like Philadelphia. Hilarious
I remember
movie.
Tom Hanks was like Turner and Hooch, and
Yep.
oh God,
The Money Pit.
Dragnet. Yeah, Joe versus the Volcano. Actually,
Joe.
one of my
God.
favorites is Volunteers. That's where he met his wife. You
I
ever
would-
seen Volunteers?
I went to the theater to see Joe versus the Volcano. Do you know how pissed off I was at that movie? I was like, "What the fuck did I just pay for?"
It's a movie.
It was like the prelude to what was the plane crash movie with the volleyball? Lost, Shipwrecked,
Castaway.
Castaway.
I actually like that movie.
Wilson. I really like that movie too.
I know some people
I'm sorry,
don't.
but-
I
No,
actually
no.
like that more than I thought I would.
It's a
yeah.
good movie. It's a very good movie. But just like Joe versus the Volcano, and then you're in Castaway later on. It was kind of like a precursor. That's Joe versus the Volcano is the prequel to Castaway.
And then he did it was a train movie, and then Sully.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, he was
I
Sully.
own Sully on 4K. So what other movies are we excited about that's coming out? I'm trying to think. You guys go first because there's one I have to look up the name for it again because I keep forgetting it.
Well, it's next year. I'm excited for Top Gun.
Oh, that's right. Top Gun's next year. There's a lot of stuff coming out next year.
Yeah, Space Jam 2. Those are like my highly anticipated. I'm super excited.
How about you, Pete?
I really am stoked for Black Widow next year. I am. I'm really anxious to see what they do with that one. As far as other stuff coming out, I honestly don't know. I have so many things going on right now. TV shows are killing me right now.
It's November. November is such a busy month for holidays and stuff that has to be done by the end of the year. And then just if you're in retail, you're just miserable constantly right now. If
you're in retail this time of year, just walk off a bridge.
I do want to get to the movies a little bit more next year, and it's gonna be difficult the next couple of years because of like all the Marvel stuff coming out. I'm gonna have to kind of be more selective with what I go see in the theater. But I'm not going to see everything that drops from the MCU anymore. That's for sure.
Well, like I said, I have 3 a week, so it's going to be a lot easier for me to see most of them, and I'm just going to dedicate Thursday. That's movie day. I'm not going to be putting out any content that day. Just get in my car, go see as many movies as I can, compile my notes, and save it for my Friday show. That's how we're going to roll, man. Raiders of the Lost Flicks live. Like, share, subscribe.
Have you seen the trailer for Bombshell?
Bombshell? I
Yeah.
have not.
It comes out later this year, I believe. Maybe first of next year. But that one might be okay.
Let me
Maybe.
see what that one is.
It's
the
another
one that
way
I'm showing right now, The Good Liar. That's the one that I'm interested in because I love both of those actors. It's Ian McKellen and Helen Mirren. Big fans of both of them. They're classically trained Shakespearean actors, and the gist of that one is Ian McKellen is an old hoodlum, and Helen Mirren is figuring out who he is, and he's trying to hide his identity.
Did that come off today?
I believe it did. Let me see what the date on that one is. 15 November. So that's launching. Today. So yeah, that's probably one I might sneak in to see as well. So I don't want to miss out on my 3 because the other 3 that I picked are for next week. So
I know.
I only picked 1 so far. So let me see if I can find Bombshell here. We'll take a look at it together.
I saw the trailer on Midway when I went to see Midway, and it was interesting enough where I thought maybe I might go see it, but it's
Margot Robbie, Charlize Theron, and Nicole Kidman.
Mm-hmm. It's the news reporter story.
Here we go.
Words are
Pause that. So let's stop this one and start that one. All right. Bombshell trailer. If I forget to hit share audio again, I want one of you people to punch me. Okay. Just remember to do that.
Can't reach you.
I'm gonna have to punch through Monica.
No.
This music is killing me.
I don't remember that part of the music in the.
Holy hell. Is that supposed to be Megyn Kelly?
Yeah. It didn't play this.
Greta Van Susteren.
I don't even remember the scene. This is way different than what they just showed in the theater.
So you saw the revised trailer.
It had to have been.
They haven't even said anything yet.
Yeah, that's not the what.
Hot in here.
That's not the trailer I watched.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, okay. It's about me. Okay, it's about Fox News.
Yep.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the whole was it Roger Ailes? Yeah, Megyn Kelly,
know.
Greta Van Susteren, and I can't remember the other one's name.
I'm sorry, I played the wrong trailer.
No,
I
that's
just
okay. I
tried to
was like,
find
I
the
did
right
not
one.
watch that. They actually spoke in the other one, and it didn't have that annoying music.
I was like, that was that music was terrible. That's
It was
that's
pretty
terrible.
rough.
That's
It
terrible.
wasn't
Now I
crazy
know what to
about that.
torment Pete with.
Bum, bum, bum. That's what's playing. If I go to hell, that's what it'll be playing for eternity. Either that one song from The Walking Dead, "We're on Easy Street."
Oh my god, yeah, through that whole episode.
The
dude.
collapsible
That's back when I was
hearts.
watching.
I used to play that for
I had to
trade.
look up to see who's the idiot that wrote this. I mean, they're literally using this as a torture scene in the show. Why? That's so bad.
But anyway, so hopefully one of the movies you see has the actual trailer, and you'll see it. It didn't look horrible.
I like Margot Robbie as an actress. I've seen her in a lot of good things. I've seen her in some, she's one of those actresses that have been in enough things where it's like, if she has a miss, don't matter. She'll rebound back next week. It's like Tom Cruise. He can have a flop next year. He'll have a hit. Whenever his career goes in a dump, all he's got to do is make another Mission Impossible movie, and everybody goes to see it. So
Or jump on a couch.
right, jump on a couch.
Have we
So anyway, The big topic of this week is Disney Plus. Now I know two of you, because I haven't done it. I don't want to say I'm boycotting it, but I kind of am. I just don't want to sign up for it. I feel like I've given Disney enough money as is, and plus I just don't have enough time to consume. But how much Disney Plus have you guys consumed?
Like 30 minutes.
30 minutes? What did you watch?
Because this is my issue. I spent like an hour scrolling through. There's so much. It's like overwhelming.
Oh,
like
I hate
it's
that.
so
Yeah.
much of
you
my
can't.
Like
childhood.
Amazon Prime. Yeah.
Yeah. So I watched a little bit of The Sandlot the other night, and then last night I watched the Spider-Man Unlimited.
The original
cartoon.
Sandlot? You're Killing Me Small Sandlot? That one?
Yes. Yeah. Duh. But yeah, I ended up doing some other things, so I didn't get to watch it all. But I'm like, I can't just pick one thing. Like it's a lot.
So you're saying they got quite a bit to pick from?
Yes, and
Now-
it's like all good shit from when I was.
You
a
got
kid,
The
so.
Simpsons on there. I mean,
Let me ask you
There's
this.
so
Did you guys
much.
have connection issues at all trying
No.
to get on and watch it? Okay.
I
Nope.
downloaded the app right to my TV, so I didn't use my Xbox. So I just logged right in and
You use your Xbox to watch TV too?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's why I got the little Xbox remote. Yeah, I use that to watch everything. YouTube.
but
Amazon
my
Prime,
Xbox is
and-
connected to my living room TV, and then my bedroom TV is I just download the app.
Connected to my arm bone connected to my phone. Gotcha. Okay. Seems fair. So Pete, what have you been watching on Disney? Well, you got little guys, so you guys probably been binge watching that channel since you got it.
we watched. I've watched The Mandalorian, the first 2 episodes, 4 times each, and I watched some of the original X-Men, and we actually watched Dumbo today because he was home. No school
original?
on Friday. No, we watched the new one. He wanted to watch the new
Oh.
one, so
My head is big again.
yeah, we watched that, and I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of doing stuff, but it was cute from what I saw. Danny DeVito was good in it.
Does he play the rat, the mouse? What does he play? I don't
He's like the
remember.
ringmaster.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's the
right.
ringmaster.
Okay, I forget what we were talking about.
But I mean, it was kind of cute. Like I said, I can't say that I really paid attention, but I know the story of Dumbo. I grew up watching the animated original Disney one, but I watched that with him.
The Tim Burton one, right?
Yep, Tim Burton. Yep,
Sorry,
and
favorite
that's
story of my life.
and that what the hell?
I
else
want
did I
Dumbo
watch?
ears.
I can fly. I've lived my whole life with these things. Trust me,
Dude, that original Dumbo is such a depressing movie, man.
I know,
Ugh.
and it was like, were they on acid when they made that?
Even
It
if
was-
you can get past like the things in it that haven't aged well, like the stereotypes and all that, if you can get past that, just
I
the
be down see about everything.
Oh,
I
yeah.
see elephant
No,
fly.
okay.
It's like what the
first time I saw that was the last time I ever watched it. Baby. And I'm like,
Oh
no,
no!
turn it
But
off.
he's so cute, and he has his little ears all wrapped up.
Mhm.
That movie is
He
depressing
is.
as hell,
That
man.
goddamn-
Damn it, that movie.
Yeah, man. That
It's one thing if you have a
they're
depressing
so mean to that little
it
guy.
comes around full
Goddamn.
circle. No, his mom is screwed, man. It is,
Yeah.
yeah, and then there literally is an acid trip in the middle of the freaking
Yeah, I
movie.
know. This is what I'm saying.
It's just bad news. There's actually 2 things I'm very excited to watch on there, and they're very, very obscure. I guarantee you, unless I've told you about them already, which I don't know if I have.
I don't think so. We haven't talked much about Disney Plus because it launched since our last show together.
There's a movie on there. It was it was intended to be a pilot for a show that failed, so they turned it into one of their like Disney afternoon
Oh, I heard this
movies
on the live stream.
called Fuzz Bucket.
Yeah.
And it was my little sister Rachel's like favorite movie as a kid. Like the character looks like an Ewok had sex with a Wookiee, and it's basically like a hideous little creature.
So it's a porg.
It's not. It's uglier than a porg. Trust me. The porgs make this. This thing makes porgs look cute. No, but that one, and there's a Halloween movie called Mr. Boogedy on there, and they actually have a sequel to it. I don't know if the sequel's on there, and I think the Darby O'Gill movie's on there too.
Oh, that's the one I was warning you
I
about.
love Darby O'Gill. I think
Dude,
that's
that one
on
scared
there.
the crap out of me when I was a little kid,
That
man. The
Banshee.
That freaked me the
Banshee's
hell out, man. I
fucking scary.
ran upstairs. I'm like, Grandpa!
Plus, it's James Bond is in it, man. Sean
Dude,
Connery.
I didn't scare very easy as a kid. Like I watched Halloween.
Oh,
Yeah.
My
was already
mom
watching
used
Halloween.
to like. She used to
Man,
like
she
watching
scared
horror
me.
movies, and if she got too scared, she'd actually go get me up out of bed and say, "Come down and finish watching this movie with me." It would scare me. I'm like, "Well, turn it
Yeah.
off." It's like, "No, I want to know how it ends." You know, so I'd go down and finish watching the scary movies with her, and because she knew it didn't faze me. Like I watched all the slasher movies and all the I watched man, I was probably about the age of Danny when I watched The Shining. You know, I was like, I think I had that same ass outfit on that he did in that movie. You know, so I had the exact same outfit. You know, the little bib overhauls. I had that stupid big wheel. I had my hair like that when I was that age. But yeah, no,
I had a mullet.
It's always the stupid things that freak me out. Like there was one episode of Hawaii Five-0 where it wasn't even a real ghost, like as the thing went on, but they had something that was meant to look like a ghost, and just something about the timing of it and the noise it was making freaked me out. Darby O'Gill and Little People, nope.
I love that movie. Oh my god, I love
Now-
that movie so much. I watched it so many times as a kid, and they were talking about like I watched some of, I don't know if they're on there. I gotta look, like the old Kurt Russell Disney movies, like The Barefoot Executive, The Strongest Man on Earth.
I don't remember seeing them. I scrolled through that thing for an hour.
Okay,
so-
I don't know if they're on there,
but I wasn't paying attention.
The Barefoot Executive was like a monkey picking out TV shows. As it's from like Kurt Russell was a kid actor when he was in that.
Yeah, you got to start being a kid actor.
Yep.
I didn't look. Was the original like Mickey Mouse Club on there?
I don't know. I didn't look and see because I used to watch those. Those were on the Disney Channel when I was a kid. The ones with Annette Funicello and Frankie Avalon. That's like what I grew up watching, the Mickey Mouse Club. You know, like it was like, oh, well, Britney Spears. I was like, well, I was like 16 years old when Britney Spears was on the goddamn.
We're the
I don't know if I was
same
that old.
age,
I think Britney Spears is the same age as me, actually.
No,
You guys realize
Okay.
that service has made 10 million subscribers in
saw
one
that.
day.
I saw
Yeah.
that, and that
We hate you, Disney, but here's my money. Here's my money.
I didn't pay for it. I paid Verizon.
I
so.
got it for free through Verizon too. So I was like, everybody's like,
It kind of makes you wonder what the drop off will be after the cancellation thing comes. You know?
I
mean, at least they're really trying to double down on making sure that the content is. But you know, I told you guys I had problems because they've actually gone in and censored content from the past.
Hang on a second.
And my thing is if you're going to censor the content, if it's that controversial, then maybe you just shouldn't show the content at all.
Right. Just take the whole show or movie down. Don't.
You know, nobody wants to see Song of the South anyway, man. You know,
No.
I saw that once when I was a kid.
Why would they even put that on there? Why?
The movie sucks. It
Hang
sucks.
on.
It's a sucky movie. Yeah.
Let me do a screen share here real quick.
Okay.
Do a screen share. Here. All right. Okay. So here we are right here on the Disney Plus homepage. This is not, I'm not doxing myself. There's nothing here, but so this is what you get right here.
Don't click on Mickey.
On your landing page. I'm not going to.
Don't you click on that mouse.
That's where all your information is.
Hi, help, log out. No, but yeah, so like you go to Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star, and let's take a look here, because my kid today, in all his infinite wisdom, I clicked on Marvel, and we're going like this, and he's like, I want to watch Captain Marvel, and I looked at him, I'm like, we don't speak that name in this house. You know what her name is, and he says Cat Pan Mediocre. I'm like, that's right. He says, I want to watch it. I'm like, all right.
You're gonna walk in the room later. He's gonna be watching that when he thinks you're in bed, like.
So I put it on, right? And I walked out of the room. I was in the kitchen, and Monica knows how my house is set up. So I can hear him in the den. Within 5 minutes, he walks out in the kitchen. Dad, yeah, can you change it? I don't want to watch this. I'm like, that's my boy. But so here you got here's the Marvel stuff right here. It's the Inhumans. Everybody wants that. Agent Carter. I've been meaning to check that out because I had the entire first season DVR, never watched it. This is what I've been watching right here. I watched about 4 episodes at the dealership today. Silver Surfer. I'm going to check these out. These are annoying. They're on the Disney Channel now. Never watched any of these. Spider-Man Unlimited. Didn't you say you were watching that one, MJ?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one, or Ultimate Spider-Man.
No, Spider-Man Unlimited.
Oh, okay, this one I'll probably check out eventually. Hulk, yes. But I mean, there's, like I said, this right here too. Oh, I cannot wait to get into these. But yeah, the old Iron Man. I mean, so you've got like I said, this is
right to the Marvel.
Yep.
I know.
Yep.
But
and
like,
then-
go back to the homepage though, because it's set up like it's categorized, and
Yeah.
then like the same shows are in a different category. I'm like, I can't.
yeah.
But
So
it's like all over the place.
let's see. Let's go to.
Just scroll down. Just scroll
Oh.
down.
Here.
Or do that. Whatever.
I'll go
I'm
back
just-
to home.
Like, this is
Don't
what I
yell
was
at me.
doing.
Stop shouting at me, Sharon.
Like, so all these freaking things. Okay, right there. Avatars in 2 different categories.
Yeah.
Like, shit like
movies
that, where I'm
recommended
like-
for you.
I'm like, I can't focus long enough to pick one. Like,
I've been watching this too.
yeah, all the Star Wars.
That
Star
was on
Wars movies
Netflix.
there.
Yeah.
Yes, it was. That's what me and Trey started watching. It was on Netflix, but nobody wants to watch Avatar. This
We got
this
no
is
time for that.
this is what people want right here. The early up to about season 8. Yeah,
Oh, I
this
did watch Aladdin the other night. Well, I turned it on and fell asleep.
A Whole New World.
Now, see, Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast, I have those on Blu-ray because those are some of my absolute favorites. Also, the original Jungle Book. I did not know that Remember the Titans was a Disney movie.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew that.
I did not know that.
That soundtrack is one of the best ever, still to this day.
Yep.
It's
Let's
a
see.
very young, what's his name in there? Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was a liability at cornerback. But here's Tron. I mean, the Muppet movie, the original Muppet movie. This is
The original Muppet movie was cool. You know, Tron was just something I just never got into.
I saw it
That's
as a
the
kid.
original Parent Trap too.
Yep. I saw this movie right here at Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. I've watched this so many times.
Old Yeller is on there.
Old
See
Ye-
what I mean? Like, how
I
do
don't
you
need
just
to
pick?
cry.
Like, how do you just pick one? Like, I can't.
Return to Oz. Oh shit. Love Bug. Oh my god. I watched these all. Buddy Hackett.
So,
Are you
based
kidding
on
me?
you guys' reactions, you guys are really digging this service.
Willow. No shit.
I have a feeling some people are going to be keeping their subscriptions.
I'm going to.
Well, here's my theory though,
I
because
will.
Netflix and Hulu just both recently raised their prices. That's who
Yeah.
I have. I don't know if any other
Oh,
ones have too.
trust me, Disney's going to raise their price too. It's going to happen.
But are they going to stay where they're at and then force everybody else to lower their prices?
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I mean, really?
I don't see it happening.
No.
I don't know. This whole streaming war, I have very mixed opinions about it because it's not tangible.
Well, here's my thing too: wasn't Disney Plus part of Hulu? Like, couldn't you get Hulu
was.
and you?
It was,
but now it's
I'm
not?
pretty sure they still own Hulu. I just think that I don't know how they
See,
do that.
I feel like if you have Hulu and you pay for Hulu, you should have Disney Plus as well.
Well, my thing with Hulu is I use that Xbox app, that Hulu Xbox app. I think is garbage.
There.
I don't know, I just
See,
don't know
that's
about
it. I can get Hulu to work on my Xbox if I use the actual app on the TV. Depending on what TV I'm on, that app sucks. But the Xbox app works best for me.
Really? Yeah, I have the opposite effect with that because I got the Netflix app on because I use my Xbox to watch TV too, and I don't have any trouble with Amazon Prime or Netflix. But turn on the Hulu app, the thing freezes up on me. It
See,
crashes.
if I'm on my Samsung TV, it's fine. But if I'm on my other TV that's connected to the Xbox, it is not fine. I have to use the Xbox app. I have the same problem other way.
So Pete, tell
Sorry,
us about the Mandalorian, brother.
All right, man. So episode 1, it's really cool. The main issue, I want to start out with the main issue I had with the show thus far has been the score.
Okay.
It's,
The music soundtrack. Like
yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, it's not John Williams. Okay, Star Wars. We're conditioned to expect that iconic John Williams score, and this is not it. Like I said, it's more like a Western soundtrack. So it'll take some getting used to deal with that stylistically. Hey,
Old Town Road.
Keely Chow. Hey, everybody.
Hola.
Oh, hey.
Hello, Keely
Welcome,
Chow.
Keely Chow. Thanks for joining us.
How long
man.
has that been on there? I just noticed it.
It just
I
popped
think
up,
he just
Okay.
got here. Yeah.
Okay.
and I think that's I know that name. I believe they subscribed to our channel. Because it was on my recent subscribers. Well, within the last 28 days anyway. Ones that show
Awesome.
up anyway. So
Welcome to episode 1.
Why do you know it's 28 days?
I check my analytics all the time. It shows subscribers within the last 28 days.
Okay.
So
Weirdo.
don't blame me. Just blame that's how the beta studio
I'm just-
set up. I don't know how I didn't do it.
Check out the big brain on Brad. You're a smart motherfucker. That's right.
I could. you had to help me with my webcam when I first got my laptop. Okay, I don't know, but okay. So you've got.
I love him.
You've got a decent. You've got, like I said, the score is, it's difficult to get used to if you're like original trilogy Star Wars fan. It's difficult to get used to that, or prequels, because like I said, you've always had the John Williams music. But Pedro Pascal does a good job. His voice sounds good. He's got that. It's that kind of like modulator effect, like the stormtroopers when they talk. His voice sounds good. The accent's good. His armor looks cool. It's stylized very well.
The vibe I've been hearing from the interwebs, been trying to dodge the spoilers because I do kind of want to see it. I want to check it out, but I'm conflicted. It's like, do I want to do another trial on another freaking streaming service just to watch one show?
I can't believe you watched all 7 seasons in a free
I watched 7 seasons of Letterkenny and did not pay a dime to Hulu.
I know. It's so awesome, though. But see, that's a Letterkenny.
I watched like 3 or 4 episodes a night.
Letterkenny is one that I would pay Hulu to watch.
But Letterkenny, to be fair, I would actually buy the season 1 through 6 box set that's on DVD. I've actually got that on my Amazon wish list, and as soon as it drops, getting it. That is some genius level comedy right there. But anyways,
you are welcome, my friend. Yeah,
thank you so much. I feel better knowing all of the inside jokes now. So, but yeah, back to the Mandalorian. What I've been hearing about the interwebs is that this is the Boba Fett movie that we didn't got, and they just kind of rewrote the Mandalorian to not be Boba Fett, but have all the things that make Boba Fett cool. So that way you don't have to explain why is he not dead.
Yeah, he climbed out of that Sarlacc pit.
Oh, absolutely. I have the comic book where he did it. It's back when Marvel used to own Star Wars, and they published it. They showed how he crawled up out of the Sarlacc pit. I have that one.
Yep. But so like the very first episode, it starts out in the scene. Hang on, I gotta take this damn thing off. It's annoying the shit out of me. All right, there. That's better. The hat was annoying.
No.
The hat was annoying me
anymore.
The hat was annoying.
Hat club.
I didn't shave my head today, and when I wear a hat, if I've got like a day or two stubble on, it's just annoying. It itches, and I can't.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't wear a hat if my head is not like fresh. Anyway, but no. So I'm
sorry.
Weird. I'm very weird. I'm very weird. So no. It's my autism. All right. I'm on the spectrum.
I'm wearing a wig.
No.
I'd buy that for $1.
So the very first scene of the episode, he's collecting a bounty. He's going to collect a bounty to catch this guy. And it's very Return of the Jedi Cantina scene-esque, or actually A New Hope. Let's say it's A New Hope. That scene right there, the whole my friend doesn't like you and I don't like you either kind of vibe. Because
they're always trying to do that cantina scene. Every Star Wars movie is like, we got to have a creepy bar with some creatures in there, And I'm like, just go to fucking Alabama.
Oh my God, Pete, what the hell?
It's one of my clean. It was my clean hoodie today.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm a fan of the number 1 and like number 2 football teams in the country. So, anyway, so he goes to collect
Stab him in the throat.
Shit. So promises, and threaten me with a good time with violence. So he goes in this bar, and these guys are like picking on this blue. I don't even know. They never really go into detail what kind of species he is. He kind of looks like he's like misplaced out of Avatar. And I think Gary from Nerdrotic said it best when he said, it's like, and you're a Star Trek fan, are you? So this is more like a guy you would have seen in Star Trek. Like, what did Doomcock called him Norm, because he was just like so normal. He had like for an alien, he was like, he basically sounds like an average person, and he's getting, these guys are going to beat him up, and they're taking his money, and Mandalorian comes in and the one guy's like, hey, you spilled my drink, you know, and they, of course, you know, it's not like nobody knows who the fucking Mandalorians are, right? Mandalorians are a race of goddamn warriors. Like, weapons are their religion. And he even says that at one point when the Jawas in episode 2 tell him to put his gun down.
I don't know who they are.
For the normies that don't watch Star Wars, Pete, nobody really knows who the Mandalorians are.
And
they haven't really explored that.
No.
The
And that's
best that you've ever got is here's a guy named Boba Fett who's a bounty hunter, and here's another bounty hunter with similar silver armor that's his dad. His name is Jango Fett. That's all we know about him. So hopefully this show will maybe explore that a little bit.
And I think it's going to, because they show him with his tribe, and they kind of live in like that tribe setting. Let's see, Keely Chow. I'm from Alabama, Huntsville to be exact. Roll Tide. Ha! Roll Tide. So yeah, they have that thing in, because he gets a pauldron, I believe it's called. There's like a piece of shoulder armor made out of this Beskar steel he gets from Werner Herzog's character. But I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here. So this cantina scene, it plays out really cool because you see some of it in the preview where he hits the guy with the grappling hook and pulls him into the door and shoots the door. Well,
so he's actually using his gadgets. Rather than just see it on the costume, he's actually using they're exploring the gadgets.
Yes, okay, you get to see him use the and he pulls. And this is where I said I did this on my video that got knocked down by Disney the other day. God damn it. I had a perfect clip where that guy gets cut in half in the doorway, the squid face guy. And right then and there, I popped up a meme on the screen of Freddie Prinze Jr. giving his thing going, bro, like that. And it said, but Star Wars is for kids, bro, as this guy gets cut in fucking half. Like within like the first 5 minutes of this show, I'm like, but Star Wars is for kids, huh, bro? Huh, bro?
Every time I'm in the street, I hear
bruh, 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 bruh. Men down. Bruh.
Dancing. But yeah, so it was like, it kind of starts out like this is going to be not like just some like little, it's not going to be Star Wars Resistance. It's not going to be some little kid show, Star Wars Rebels, you know. We're not going to see Kane and Jarrus out here running around, you know.
It's a primetime show.
Yeah,
it's not going to be Walking Dead either. Gotcha.
No. But so it's cool. You get to see him use those gadgets like right off the bat. You know, he goes and you see him get to meet with Carl Weathers, who plays he's the guy that he gets his bounty hunters. He's kind of like the representative for the Bounty Hunters Guild, and they talk about the guild. And when he wants more, you know, bounties to go hunt down, and he gives them the one that's off the books, which turns out to be this. It's a baby Yoda. I don't know. They never named it.
It's a Funko Yoda.
It's so adorable, though. I'm sorry. I want one. I want a stuffed one. That's what I want for Christmas. I want a stuffed baby Yoda.
It's a Funko Yoda. From
that goddamn thing, because it is adorable. But yeah, so this is like, there's a bunch of cool shootouts. Like he has the so let me get to the Werner Herzog scene, because that's what we see in the trailer a lot of. He meets with Carl Weathers, you know, he gets paid, and you can see Mon Cala currency, which is kind of cool. It's called flan, and it's like a jelly money. It's almost like made out of Jello. So he pays him, and he says, you know, I got this big score, and he's like, well, where's the puck? He's like, there's no puck for it, which is, you know, they get for their bounty. So he has to go see Werner Herzog, who narrates a lot of the trailer that we got, the first trailer, you know, the whole bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
Well, yeah, that's every trailer. You always have to have somebody just saying some stuff, and then it comes off like it's probably more important than it really is in the context of the movie.
And it's just that one scene, you know. But it's kind of cool because he goes.
He went to the store to get a hot pocket. He didn't come home. He didn't come home with the hot pocket.
No, but so he goes. He's going to Werner Herzog's, like their little building domicile, wherever they're at. His offices, the offices of, and that little Jabba the Hutt palace eye sensor pops out that 3PO and R2 run into in Return of the Jedi. It pops out, and you know, it IDs him, and he comes in, and he's greeted once the door opens by a gonk droid, which was
So there's a lot of callbacks and stuff as well.
Oh, there's a ton of Easter eggs in the first one.
Yeah.
When he's walking through the streets.
Now, do the Easter eggs come off as cringy, or kind of?
It's like a 50-50.
How do you feel about the Western vibe of the
I like
show?
it. I was looking forward to that.
Are you into Westerns? I
watched them as a kid. I watched a lot of John Wayne and Clint Eastwood movies as a kid. My dad, the old Cary Grant stuff. My mom used to have all those Western collector's plates around all them goddamn Bradford Exchange plates around the house. I remember.
Now,
that.
how about if a normie was just walking into Star Wars for the first time? Would they be confused as to what was going on at all, or does it require prior knowledge to Star Wars to watch a show like this, or no?
I think a normie could watch this and be within
We're talking about me.
Reasonably entertained.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not everybody's a Star Wars fanatic.
Exactly. Yeah, we say normie not as a negative, like a pejorative.
No, that's not a derogatory.
Yeah,
like for example, okay,
you could watch this.
You two know way more about comic books than I do because I'm not interested in it. I'm not really all that invested.
Well, I've never read Star Wars comics.
But if I need info on comics, would you would look at me as somebody that's you would call me a normie because I'm not into the comic book culture as thick as maybe you guys are. I didn't own as many of them growing up. It just wasn't something that interests me. So somebody that doesn't really get that into Star Wars, I totally understand it because, hey, I'm not into fantasy. I don't really like Lord of the Rings that much.
I like Lord of the Rings. I mean, I don't think it's like the best thing on earth, but I enjoyed it. I mean, I thought they were cool.
But I at the same time, I'll say I've seen those movies. They were entertaining enough. I didn't really need to read the books to understand what was going on.
I'm not.
So that's good.
This is a show that somebody who's not a Star Wars, like a hardcore Star Wars fan that knows all the mythos and the lore could watch and enjoy. Because they're world building this as they go along too. He meets this character, like I said, this Werner Herzog's character. He goes, the Gonk droid takes him in. You open the door and there's he's got like 4 or 5 stormtroopers that are like his personal security guards.
I saw that scene actually.
Which at this point I'm thinking, all right, sweet. So we're gonna see a shootout, and all these troopers are gonna get waxed because that's what happens if you're a stormtrooper. Their armor's like all dirty and tattered and shit like that.
So it's got that lived-in look that was popular about the first movies. And also they reprised that in Rogue One. I had to think about that name for a second.
So. Yeah, he's there's this other doctor that comes in and they're talking about, he's just kind of Werner Herzog sitting by his desk and Mandalorian standing there, and the door opens and this doctor comes in. This guy is like about the most non-threatening person you could ever see. He comes in and all of a sudden you see Mandalorian he's got a long rifle and his blaster and he's drawing both of them. He's drawing down on all these stormtroopers, and Werner Herzog kind of tries to disarm the situation, and the one stormtrooper's like, lower your weapons. He goes, we've got you 4-1. And you just get that Pedro Pascal line. I like those odds. And I'm like, okay, here it comes. And they finally diffuse the situation. He gets onto the bounty, tells them what he wants. They don't have much information on the person that he's going to be looking for. There's no puck. All they have for identification is like his age, and he's 50 years old, and that's all they have. And they know the general vicinity of his whereabouts because they have these little tracking devices that they can use. Which
this is for the Funko Yoda?
Yes. Don't call him Funko Yoda. Don't insult him.
It's Funko Yoda. Funko Pops are so cute.
Don't call him Funko Yoda.
Don't tell me what to do. I can call him.
Listen here. Listen. So he this is the problem I had with this method of tracking. All right. So
I thought this was supposed to be spoiler free. No?
Yeah, it should be spoiler free. But
okay.
I mean, so you didn't like the music, but you like the way that the characters developing and all that sort of thing. Did it just tell you like enough about them to keep you invested? I mean,
yep.
You've seen 2 episodes. Are you still like the direction it's heading in?
I do. It was funny because episode 1 was 38 minutes. Episode 2 was 32 minutes.
Where'd your 6 minutes go?
That's strange.
I know. I was kind of because it tells you.
Did they cut something out?
I was gonna say, who makes a 32-minute episode of anything that isn't a cartoon?
No, even your
odd.
your network 30 minutes, quote 30-minute sitcoms are all 22 minutes with 8 minutes of ads.
So what they're going to do, this is what they're going to do, Pete. They're going to say, all right, well, if you pay the premium plus, we'll give you the other 8 minutes
6
that
minutes.
you got. Yeah, the other 6 minutes that they took away from the show.
It was kind of weird. But so I will go with on the first on the first episode, I will go 4, honestly, 4 out of 5 cheese curds. Because the nostalgia and the member berries weren't really too bad. The one issue I did have was the salacious crumb creature.
Yeah.
The little what are they? There's some kind of monkey.
I forgot what they're called.
Yeah, there's some kind of monkey though. I can't remember what they're called, but you see
Baboons?
those in cages on the streets, right? And one of them is like on a fucking rotisserie, like being cooked. And
See,
then
this is where I get confused. But they're not on Earth. They're on a different planet.
yes.
Okay, but they have monkeys in a cage like you would have on Earth.
Yeah,
They're monkey looking.
They're little space monkeys, yeah.
Okay.
That's
the only thing you need to know with Star Wars really that's important, MJ, is that it's a universe that kind of mirrors our own and everything that's in this universe.
Yeah, but it's not. That's where I was confused the first time I saw it.
It's just
I needed help.
think of where we are, but if it was a different universe far, far away. That's really all it is. It's the best way I can describe it. It's not really the thing about Star Wars is it's not as technical as Star Trek.
No, not by any stretch.
I just get confused because I'm expecting them to be on Earth. Okay, so they have space monkeys in cages. Got it.
Yeah, and they're like
In a
making them
street.
watch while they cook.
And
the
they
other
have
ones.
porgs.
Yeah. No, the porgs aren't in this, thank God. But,
Not yet. Give them time.
But I will say this: Baby Yoda eats like a little frog, which is hilarious and adorable at the same time. Because Pedro Pascal's like, "Hey, spit that out," and he's like,
"Now they made that so that Disney can try to sell some Baby Yodas for Christmas time."
I'm gonna buy Yoda. I want one for myself. Shit. I do as bad. I'm like, I don't know why I want one of these, but I do.
So it's good that you like it.
You're gonna get like 50 of them in the mail now.
You would be maybe a little bit more than normie as somebody that's been very disappointed with Disney Star Wars.
Oh, I've been
that this is
very critical.
Probably going in the right direction.
You don't say.
Okay, so here's my question: if I don't know anything about Star Wars, aka I've only watched one movie and I was confused. If I watch the show, am I gonna pick up on any of it? Like any of the Easter eggs and stuff like that?
You probably will because you've seen A New Hope.
Yeah.
So you've seen Jawas, stuff like that. So there are some things in this that you will see in the first couple episodes that you will be like, oh, hey, I remember that, because that's kind of like the world they're on. Is they don't come right out and say it, but it's Tatooine, I believe. So
don't say.
But yeah, so you will pick up on some of the things, but like I said, you don't really need to have, to me.
No, but if I'm gonna watch it, like I want to know all the inside stuff too.
Just text me.
I was gonna say that's gonna be a lot of watching.
I'll just be Wikipedia.
The only thing is if you do decide to start doing Star Wars, it's not difficult to pick up on.
No,
it's all on Disney Plus now, so
you can watch them all in order now.
I watched A New Hope, and then I was just really confused. I needed somebody to like watch it with me so I could ask questions. So now I need to go back and rewatch it.
They have 1 through 7 on the streaming service, but not The Last Jedi or Solo. Correct?
You don't need to watch either of those two.
Right.
You don't need to watch.
You can go your whole life without watching those movies.
I thought they were both on there.
No, Last Jedi's not on there yet.
But there it is. There it is.
It's one of my favorite movies.
That never gets old. Jeff Goldblum is amazing.
Never, ever.
But yeah, you need to watch episodes 1 through 6, and you can watch Rogue One, because Rogue One is cool. But yeah, the sequel trilogy. Like I said, I'm going to see Rise of Skywalker. I explained that the other night, why I'm going. But it'll give me another movie to review too.
This is true. Yeah, I'm not going to review it for this channel because nobody's interested in Star Wars on my channel.
Are you going to go see it, Adam, though? or no?
No, I'll look and see what's coming out that week. I don't see any advantage to me seeing that at this point. Like I said, nobody on my channel wants me to see it. Nobody watches my Star Wars videos. Nobody's interested in my Star Wars rants. That's fine. I don't blame my fans for not being interested in those things, but what that tells me is that I don't need to focus on those things anymore. So me seeing Star Wars has absolutely no purpose because I'm not interested in where the story's going, nor is my channel, nor is my family. So
I'm not, but I just want to watch the world burn.
I'll just see something else. But whilst we're on Disney, MJ, you saw another Disney movie that's
I did.
Already got a sequel.
It's Maleficent 2. So, did you either of you see the first one?
Nope.
Big hit.
Nope.
Okay. So
treat us like a normie.
Well, the first one I really enjoyed. So, and I am not a fan of Angelina Jolie.
Okay, well that says something. Yeah, because I don't mind Angelina Jolie. I just think some of her movies choices are.
Yeah, I don't prefer her, but I don't.
Did you ever see Wanted?
Yeah.
That movie is.
Yeah.
It's out there,
How
man.
The fuck? Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna curve a bullet and kill 16 people in a circle. It has all the momentum to
shoot
get
the wings
all
off
of
that
you.
fly. All righty then.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyways,
Yeah.
so this I thought they did the story really well. They picked up it. So the first one was 5 years ago. So they picked up the story right after that one. I don't know. It's so hard for me because, like, obviously Kathleen Kennedy had nothing to do with this portion of Disney. Yeah. It's like this. Honestly, you could go watch it as a standalone film. You wouldn't even have to see the first one to understand what happened, and it's still really good.
That's a good thing. I was just going to ask you. So that is required viewing Maleficent 1 in order for me to see Maleficent 2.
No.
And if I'm butchering that name, please tell me.
I say Maleficent.
No,
you said it right.
Maleficent. Mahershala.
Mahershala Ali. I was just going to say that. Mahershala.
I can't say that one, but it scares me every time. I'm like, what did I push?
It's so loud. I know.
No, it's just because my screen is like.
This looks funny.
I thought
Monica's like up above me, Adam. Me and Adam are like level right now on the screen, and like Monica's like elevated.
It's like that Nine Inch Nails song. I was up above it.
She's sitting on her little throne.
Down in it.
It's on her throne.
Your cameras must be at a different angle, obviously.
It's so I can get the posters in the background. I could easily just point it downwards, but then I'll never get it adjusted right again. So
it's okay.
My head's enough to look.
I'll be tall for once. But no. So this honestly was a really good sequel. It was a really good standalone film. So the only thing that I have like a gripe about is it kind of not really stole scenes, but it had a very similar feel to like Harry Potter, Avatar, and Thor 3. Like,
do you think it was trying to capture that kind of crowd?
Well, I'm all three of those, so it got me.
So it was tailor made for you. Gotcha.
She looked like Hela from Thor.
So that's the thing. There is a lookalike Idris Elba. What's his character in Thor 3?
Heimdall.
Yes.
Heimdall,
okay.
yeah.
So there is a scene with Angelina Jolie, aka Hela, and Heimdall. Like, it is. I had to like do a double take. I was like, is Idris Elba in this movie? So
Is he?
no,
He's not. Okay.
It's not
He's
him.
in everything, so I wasn't sure.
I think I looked. I don't think it's him. But so I was like, well, but I get, like, I understand what their point that they're trying to get across in the scenes. There's also a little thing in there that resembles Harry Potter, and then just the like scenery and like the fairy and the sprites remind me of Avatar. They're not blue, but their faces and stuff like that remind me of Avatar. Yeah. So other than that, this is, I can't even, because God. The prince, the guy that played the prince in this movie is the same guy that played the prince in the Beauty and the Beast live action. So it was like throwing me off. I was like,
and they're both Disney. That's kind of strange.
They're
And it was-
recycling characters in their own universe.
Right. That's almost as bad as Chris Evans playing the Human Torch and playing Captain America.
Yeah.
What's
So-
going on?
That was a little.
That's not 616 Earth.
It was. He didn't. He's not a bad actor. It was just a little like I couldn't look past that kind of thing, which is stupid. Again, these are like
it's just distracting. Yeah.
Yeah, and these are very minor critiques because I really did enjoy the whole movie. So the other thing, the character that Maleficent is, Angelina Jolie, they don't wear shoes. So I have a little bit of an issue. There's a lot of feet.
Oh no, feet! It's a Tarantino movie.
No, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, and you can tell that.
Oh my god, it's a Tarantino movie.
I know. I was afraid to even mention this, but I feel like I got. Oh my god! Gonna be feet. Okay, I thought you were gonna show feet.
No, I don't have no feet on here.
So,
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh god, it's not. You can tell it's not intentional. They're not like zooming in on their feet. It's just a couple of the angles, and given the scene, it's kind of necessary. But I was like, God, it's just not my thing.
Alrighty then.
How do you handle the hobbits then? Because
I don't watch that movie.
Oh, I thought you watch. You don't watch them. They're little furry. They're little furry feet running around. Running around the Shire.
I got called a hobbit, and
That kind of ruined it for you.
that sat well with me. Let me just tell you.
Oh, I'm sure whoever it was probably has a broken jaw.
Anyways, so the other big gripe, which I don't know how much I spent on this movie, but so I told you I missed the first opening scene, like the pre-credit scene, because I had to call them to tell them to turn the fucking lights off because I couldn't see. So I kind of missed that whole bit.
Should have told them to rewind the damn movie for you.
I know. Right?
So you're in the movie theater and you get on your cell phone to call the front people to tell them to turn the lights off.
I couldn't
That's
I
fucking
couldn't
awesome.
I would have yelled up to the projector booth.
I couldn't just call. I had to like go through the prompts. It's like press 1 for this. I know. It's like
so you're in the theater and you're like, "Hey, I'm the only asshole in the theater. Will you
I
turn
literally
the
said
fucking
that.
lights off?"
I said he was like he answered the phone and he was like, this is my location.
Oh
whatever.
god.
And I said, I'm in theater like 10, whatever theater I was, and I'm trying to watch this movie and you have the lights on. Can somebody turn the lights on? He was like, sure. Like he took a second to answer.
Bring me some more guys. Bring me some more popcorn too while you're at it. Rewind the goddamn movie. Run it back.
But
what kind of a joint are you running here? I'm the one that paid to see this movie and you're ruining
I'm
it.
paying the bills right now. This is my house.
This was the best part. So the very first opening scene is dark. It's a dark sequence. So the lights are on the sides, so they're reflecting onto the screen. So that's why I called it, because I was like, well, it's not a big deal, because the trailers were all fine. I could see those; they were bright. Well, then it did that opening scene. I couldn't see shit. So that's when I called. As soon as I called and hung up, it immediately went to a bright screen, like all these colors, could see it just fine. I was like, oh hell.
MJ's at one in the movie theater, like, focus.
Yeah. But
if there was a guy, if they still had people running projection booths, you'd be like, "Hey, you back there! What are you getting paid
swear
for?"
to God, that was the first thing. I stood up and looked back in the little projection thing. I was like, "Is anybody in there?" I'm like,
"Hello."
No.
Is there some weird motherfucker running that DVD player back there?
Yeah. So, anyways, I missed that whole first
That's
pre-credit screen, but so then it kind of clips. There's the first like act, maybe I'll say, maybe not quite that whole time, but they are really detailed and focused on the character's eyes, which Angelina Jolie's character she has kind of like the Sonic Hedgehog eyes, like they're bright green. But it's her powers, and it doesn't come
that
off.
Queen of the Undead thing going on there.
It doesn't come off bad, except for the fact that one of her eyes literally had an eye booger, like plain as day. You could see it. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna zoom in on her eyes like that and spend all this money, and you couldn't just like wipe it, So I was so distracted by that. Every time she talked, I was like, what did she just say? Because I'm just Yeah. So that was like, it was just
That's
irritating.
gross.
But that
I
might be
think that's
some-
worse than feet. I do.
What
that might be something that you won't notice on a DVD, rewatch of it, because I was just in a giant screen. So
She
But then
runs up-
again, it's a
she's
giant
running up
screen.
to the screen.
It's,
What the?
that shit's
here,
at least in
motherfucker, let me pick that
4K.
off there.
So
Yeah.
at the very least 4K. Were you watching it in 3D or just regular standard?
just
def?
regular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, it's going to
Um,
be at least 4K. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel about Michelle Pfeiffer?
I'm a fan. I'm a proud owner of 4K Batman Returns because
Okay,
of Michelle
well-
Pfeiffer.
She has adopted Forrest Whitaker eye.
Swing, swing. Shut the
She has adopted Forrest Whitaker eye.
Yeah.
Explain.
Like one of her eyes is ready to retire from acting.
Yep. And again, they focus a lot on these characters' eyes, so they're
Oh,
very
no.
zoomed in. And I'm like, one's got an eye booger and one won't open her eye the other way. Like, I swear. This is, yeah. But those were my only gripes about the movie. And okay, it's Disney. It portrayed a very strong message, very powerful message that is like, everybody should just have that in life, kind of thing. Was not preachy, was not let me just shove this down your throat and you're gonna agree with it, kind of thing. So they're very capable of handling shit.
What was the
correct
message
way.
again? I did.
Well, I don't want to give too much away.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so
So-
that's a plot spoiler. Gotcha. So it's a feel good movie at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's a really good message for kids too, especially in this day and age. So I really appreciated that.
Target audience, would you say be like around between 10 and 12, 13?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is fine because there's plenty of movies that are aimed towards 10, 12, 13 year olds that
Yeah,
I like
it's
too.
got a
you know?
very, very colorful, like, I mean, they're little, she's queen of the moorlands, which is the woods, so they have all these little fairies and flowers and
Well, I know from the first one when they were pitching it, because I was like, why is she like got this kind of goth thing going on? And she's the protagonist. It's her
Yes.
story. It's her movie.
that's the first one. This one, I want so bad to hate her every time. I don't know why, but she did not play the villain in this movie, so I could not hate her. I
Gotcha.
actually really liked her character and her acting.
Full stop. She's the villain
Oh,
from
fucking stop.
No, from
Just kidding.
Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. She's the villain
Yeah,
from that.
Maleficent. Yes. And that was the
Probably
other
my
thing.
least favorite Disney movie.
Oh, for sure. And that
Just
was
not
like
into
that
it.
was the kind of cool thing about it, is that Disney ran with that new spin. They kind of took that side of the story and
Mhm.
ran with it. And like
It's
I said,
their version of Joker.
Did they do a live action Snow White movie? Did I miss
The
it?
Huntsman.
Why?
Yeah, Snow White and the Huntsman.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't watch it. If
Yeah,
I
that
haven't.
happened. That happened.
Wait,
Nobody
wait,
went
wait.
to see it, but no, I'm just kidding.
Was there a
some people
Hemsworth
went.
involved in that?
Yeah, there was. I think it was the budget Hemsworth. Was
Not
in one of
Chris?
those. Yeah,
The one that was married to Miley Cyrus.
the one that gets all the parts that Chris doesn't take. That's
Damn.
yeah.
He was a
Dollar
fucking-
General Hemsworth.
He was
yeah.
in Independence Day
Well,
too and shit.
then
That
then
guy.
the oldest one just is like the stunt double for all of his shit.
Yeah.
Dude, that whole cast of Independence Day too. This is the best we can do.
Yep.
This is the B list. This is like not quite Sharknado, not quite Disney Plus.
Look, we got Randy Quaid still.
Oh wow, rough.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm definitely, I can't wait for my niece and nephews to watch it. I'm going to be
Are they,
buying the Blu-ray.
Well, there you go. So it's definitely worth Blu-ray.
Yeah.
If you had to score this, MJ, what would you?
I would do 4
We do 4
of your little nuggets.
Quality entertainment.
Yeah, I was. I know. I was super entertained.
Please don't say my nuggets are little again.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dow.
That's what she said.
Literally. Shit, my bad, buddy.
I cannot wait to hang out with you guys in person. Oh my god.
We're gonna get thrown out of wherever
Oh
we're
my
at.
God.
You know that, right?
No, it's
they're
impossible.
gonna ban us in 2 or 3 different states.
My
It's
goal is to
impossible.
get kicked out of a motherfucking Waffle House with y'all. At like 3 a.m, we're getting kicked
I was
out
gonna
of the
say
Waffle
it takes
House.
quite a bit to actually get kicked out of a Waffle
You realize
House.
that there was a shooting at Waffle House here, right? Okay.
There's a
Okay.
shooting at every
As long as
Waffle
we're not the
House,
ones doing the
goddamn.
shooting, yeah.
Oh,
It's actually really
will
sad.
be.
One of my good friends, her niece was one killed in the shooting. Really sad. Anyways, back to Maleficent. Yeah.
No more Waffle House shooting jokes.
So
Damn it.
So real quick, like I could see them easily doing a trilogy with this. They set it up.
They're
Set it
setting
up
trilogy wise. Gotcha.
They did, but if they end it with just the 2, it's okay too.
It's a coherent ending to the story
yeah.
to where it would be
They
satisfying.
They really like Trey would love this, dude. They really did
I'll
this
check it
movie
out.
well. They really did. And like I said, my gripes about it were very minimal. The overall entertainment was so
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
You did a double feature that night too, didn't you?
I did. Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun.
This is one where there was 3 of us in the movie theater.
Can
and
I
did not have
ask
to
you a
call.
question? I have heard so many polarizing reviews, and by polarizing I mean you either love this movie, you think it's the best thing you've seen all year, or this movie's trash. There's no in the middle like, it's all right.
Just to be clear, we're discussing Midway.
Yes.
And I did not give you any reaction to this movie.
No,
like I didn't tell you one way or another.
I have no idea what you're gonna say about this one.
Yeah. So I actually really loved this movie. But I didn't see the original. Obviously, this is the remake. Yeah. I don't know what the original one was. And you guys saw
the original came out, I think, in 1974. If I'm not mistaken.
I didn't see that one.
Let me double check on that one. Let me check my facts here. Yeah, there's 2 Midways. And the original one, let me see here.
I know it was in the 70s sometime.
76, Charlton Heston and
Okay.
Henry Fonda. Yeah, so this is a remake of that.
Yes, and totally just lost my train of thought. I skipped over chocolate chip pancakes. What the fuck, dude? Stop distracting me.
I made chocolate chip pancakes for breakfast. They were delicious.
I know, but I just read it and I'm confused on what I was just saying. So a lot of the reviews that I read about the 2019 Midway, they were like, so many people were saying how inaccurate the details were and stuff. Like, I sent you the picture. I literally did my research. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like,
yeah,
from all the stuff that I read, they were pretty spot for spot on, detail wise. So
I was gonna say, in today's day and age, you have like entire people that you can employ, like a whole staff, just to check your facts.
And that's why I'm like, there was 2 discrepancies. One I picked up right away while watching the movie. The other one I had to dig a little bit and be like, okay. And it's a wording issue. They worded it wrong. But so this is the Pearl Harbor movie, the bullshit Susie Homemaker love triangle.
Oh,
fucking
what's his name?
With the side of bombs.
Michael Bay. Yeah, the Michael Bay.
Is that who did that long ass boring movie?
Michael Bay did Pearl Harbor. I went and saw that in a movie theater.
Yeah, that should be fucking bombed itself. And
Pearl Harbor should be bombed again.
This is the Pearl Harbor movie we should have gotten instead of that fucking pile of shit. Seriously. I hated that movie. I was so mad. Pete is broken.
Did she really just say that?
I broke him.
You finally broke him.
I didn't mean Pearl Harbor should be bombed again. I said the movie.
I know, but it's just
okay.
Somebody soundbite that.
No, I'm going to jail then.
Oh my god!
Okay, so this has a really good cast and supporting cast, and it's okay. The only reason why I went to see this one and Maleficent 2 is because that got my guy in there, Ed, who I never say his last name.
Ed Screen.
Yes, he like. I feel like he did pretty well at the box office this week, but so I was the one that announced this movie, like the release date on Pete's stream, and I feel like I didn't do it justice because okay, here's the cast list. It's Ed Skrein, whatever. Patrick Wilson, Woody Harrelson, Luke Evans, Mandy Moore. When was the last time you saw her in anything? Nick Jonas, which I hate to say it, but I feel like he's going down a Zac Efron path.
He probably will. He's a talented kid. I will say that he's a talented
sometimes
kid.
people can transition. You got to remember this is also where Kurt Russell came from. So
his Nick Jonas's character did not have a lot of dialogue, but his impact was really meaningful.
What he did in the movie, okay.
I appreciated him. I didn't hate him. So that was pretty cool. Aaron Eckhart and Dennis Quaid. Didn't realize all those people were in this movie.
Was Tommy Lee Jones in this too?
No.
When was the last time Dennis Quaid was in anything?
Right.
Outside of the commercials, the Allstate commercials he does or whatever. I don't
He's lucky he can get those, because I think he was one of those guys that had a meltdown and it went viral. I remember watching that. And then his career kind of took up after a little while.
Yeah. So
now, I was just going to ask you. So this is about Pearl Harbor because I have no idea what this movie's about. I really haven't paid any attention to it.
This is about after
Pearl Harbor, but it does show Pearl Harbor, and then it leads into that, right?
This is one, and it's wrote down here as one of my cons is because of the first. Well, I say the Michael Bay Pearl Harbor. I feel like they did the beginning. They opened the sequence with the Pearl Harbor bombing, and I feel like it was quick. And they literally were like, "Okay, they got bombed. We're moving along." And I don't know if it was because that's their intention or if they were trying to not make another Michael Bay Pearl Harbor. So that was a little fast moving. Yeah, and
Michael Bay used all the explosives; they couldn't use anymore.
We ain't got none left.
That asshole Michael Bay, he done took all the explosives.
There's no more goddamn harbor to blow up.
We got to cut this scene in half now. Damn it!
And there was another part where, and I feel like this might have been in the first Pearl Harbor too. There's a little girl on the beach, and one of the pilot's wife is, it's his wife and daughter. But then they cut to another scene of another lady, wife, and they look similar. So it took me a minute. I was like, wait, is this the same person? Like it was that fast paced that it was hard to keep up. Oh, hi Chris. He made it in time for the pilot movie.
Hey, Chris.
MJ's reviewing Midway.
Yeah. But it's an ultimate war movie. So I appreciate that. I love war movies.
What's your favorite one?
Well, see,
narrow it down to a couple then. You don't have to give a favorite.
No, because Pearl Harbor,
I'm trying to gauge what you consider like the best war movies.
Well,
because I don't own a lot of them, so whatever you say, I'm just
my favorite is like the National Geographic shit that comes out.
Okay, so you like a documentaries type.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
But Pearl Harbor has always been really interesting to me. So
I can tell you my favorite right now, just because we just came off of Veterans Day, Dirty Dozen.
Okay.
I love that one. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a war movie, and I'm sorry, I'm a sucker for airplanes, bombs, and freaking the artwork, the scenery. I mean, it's like gorgeous. I mean, they had such pretty scenes, and obviously where they're filming from. So I'm hook, line, sinker on that. That's just me. But hold on, I gotta read my notes here. Okay, so like I said, they had the details were accurate from what I freaking did all the research on going through. But it wasn't just what I liked about this movie is it was well-rounded story. We got the Jap side too, and all of the events that led to their defeat. Spoiler alert: Japs lose.
Japs lose. Japs lose. Japs lose.
But it was like
World Series. Man, I had my money on them. Japanese.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Howard Cosell here with you. The Japs have lost. I repeat, they have lost.
Damn, Japanese cost me $20.
If you bet the Japs, you bet wrong.
That
So
was
much
the
for
thing
that
too.
fantasy football.
That was even the actors that they pulled to play the Japanese characters. They did a really good job too. Like they were.
Anybody that you recognize from anywhere else, or
Yeah.
I don't.
all different people. Okay.
Yeah. But the story was really real. Like it was interesting to me to not just get the U.S. side.
So
Like,
it's a movie that actually had a script.
Yeah, a really good one, and it got like there was like certain things because I'd have learned about this in like middle school. I don't remember half the details that were in this movie.
That's where most of my World War II knowledge came from. Yeah, middle school.
Yeah, so I really liked it because it like their tactics and events that led to their defeat was in this movie, and it's really interesting thing to see that okay, yeah, the U.S. went out and bombed them, but that's not what cost them the loss, So that was really
so it
cool.
wasn't the movie itself wasn't taking a side. It was more of a recreation of what happened. So
right,
a little bit more like Tora, you would say.
Sure.
Yeah, you
never
saw
seen
that
it.
one. It's like a 3-hour movie, and it's from both sides. And each side of the movie was filmed in completely different locations.
Yeah.
And then they edited it together.
But yeah, that I appreciate that because if you're doing a war story, takes two. So that was pretty cool. So my cons of this movie, the CGI. I get it. You can't have an actor drive a plane or fly a plane through a bomb.
Plus, Michael Bay took all the explosives. So
they had none left. There was no budget.
Yeah, he used all the explosions. Yeah,
he
the
trademarked
CGI was it. There was parts where it was really cringy. Other parts where it was like tolerable. Maybe again on a smaller screen. That's not a 4K. It might be okay. I didn't care for it. Okay. So as much as I love Sir Ed, whatever his name is,
Ed Screen.
I'm just gonna use Adam as a sound bit every time.
You're staring at a screen. That guy, Ed, staring at a screen. You'll never forget the name if you just start calling him Ed staring at a screen. Ed Screen.
He was not even the best part of that movie, which I just anticipated him being. But I don't even want to say this. He did a horrible accent through the entire movie.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Was it John Voight bad from Anaconda trying to do Portuguese?
Oh my God! Yes.
Hello, little baby bird.
He's got this stupid grin on his face the whole time.
Oh, hello.
But
I'm totally Hispanic.
Because
you know me.
Batches? We don't need no stinking batches.
Look
was
at the big snake.
Was he not? Is he not from like British? Where does he come from?
Ed Screen's British.
Did you say was he from British?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Words.
He probably is from British, but he's definitely got a British accent.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's a couple parts where I swear to you he was talking like a normal English, like one of our accents.
He just dropped his accent.
All of them, his British and his pretend New York accent, and he was like,
"Oh no!"
So there was
this sounds like the Dean Devil and I know. All right, isn't he? Or, no, it was Roland Emmerich that did this one, right? Roland Emmerich.
Yes,
is the director.
yes.
Yeah, this is the Roland Emmerich I know.
But
Roland Emmerich is not American, but he likes making American movies.
But the
What the
other
hell else has he done?
the other guys in their acting,
Independence Day.
It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. It was
Okay.
just Ed's that I was like, please stop talking. You're really nice to look at, but just stop.
It's kind of strange when an actor drops their accent too. I don't know if you guys watch Sons of Anarchy or not, but trying to remember the main guy, Jax. I can't remember
Charlie
who plays
Hunnam.
him. Charlie Hunnam. All right, fantastic in that show. Certain words in the English language he can't say. He can't say So when he says mother, it's mother. And I don't think that's California accurate.
No.
If you know what I mean. And I think you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very distracting. I get it.
And I don't know. I don't know that he necessarily dropped it. It was like he kind of trailed off and got quieter. So I was like, and then at that point I was like listening for it, So I don't really know. And it didn't make or break the movie.
You're like, I got you.
But I was like, there was this one scene, and you'll know as soon as you watch it, and you're just like, why are you speaking like that? Oh God. But so that was my like real gripe for the whole movie. And then the other thing with my fact checking is that they didn't have the planes correct. The insignia on some of them, not right. And then
no.
Yeah.
How did you get that wrong? That's a pretty fucking big thing.
Okay. See,
So
all right, now some of these reviews are starting to make more sense.
I really want you to watch it, Adam, though, because
I am going to check it out.
I want you to go see it, and it's very. You have to really know, you have to know. So the classic blue circle, white star, that on the side of the planes that used to have the little red circle in the middle. They didn't take that off until after we were bombed at Pearl Harbor. Because they didn't want it to get confused with the Japs. Well,
that's kind of important.
Not in this movie. In this movie,
no.
Yeah. So, and then it's just little stuff like where they use the wire to land. They didn't do that until after Pearl Harbor and the Midway Islands and all that stuff. So I was like, nope, that's inaccurate.
Are you talking to snag the planes when they come by? Okay.
Yeah. So
All
that's not right. And then it was, see, and it's not a huge deal, but like they show two planes, the Dauntless and I can't remember the other one. I wrote it down somewhere, but that was like the only two. I think it was a Wildcat or no B-26, one of those two. That was the only two planes that they actually showed in this movie, and there was like 17 different versions of the planes and the bombers, and then they also had like the Marines and the Army planes that were in assistance too. So. It was just stuff like that. I'm like, close, but not, So that was my other gripe. I was like, oh, if I know that is the wrong plane, then somebody that was actually within the Navy will know that's the wrong plane. So
you have quite the amount of aviation background though too. So you know what I mean. Like you can pick those things out. Like me, I wouldn't. I would be none the wiser just going in.
I probably wouldn't either. Yeah, I wouldn't know.
No, I would not. I would not. Oh,
well, then maybe I shouldn't have said that out loud.
No.
But
It's
was
fine.
Stuff
it's
like
fine.
So they originally started, or they used to train the Wildcats to fly like zigzag to protect each other, kind of thing, and that was their way to compete with the Japs' Zero plane aircraft.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't do any of that in this movie. They were flying like, line by line, like you would see at like an Angels kind of convention. And I'm like, that stuff's not right.
That I have seen the Blue Angels a couple of times.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it's badass.
Yeah.
We catch
I see them
time.
as a kid, man. They used to come to. There's an Air Force base out in Oscoda.
Sometimes
Michigan.
they go wrong. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, the one time they come to Nashville, the freaking pilot was killed the day before the test runs.
That's rough.
Ouch.
But yeah. So it was just little stuff like that, and then it was like they depicted the Japs ships and stuff like that not quite accurate from what I'm like my research was. They basically had them within like a small little radius where all these ships were, and they could just easily bomb them, and that wasn't the case.
Okay.
But it was just little things. Like overall, that movie, it was awesome. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna also buy that Blu-ray.
It was enough to make you at least want to go look and then do all the fact checking.
And
so
there's
something to be said there. Yeah.
That was the thing too. Is like obviously I can't pause, rewind, watch it again.
Right.
So I want to watch it again on a DVD where
it's something that interests you enough that you would actually enjoy picking it apart.
Yeah, but it was very detailed and accurate, and I appreciated that because it was, like I said, the Pearl Harbor movie we should have got all those years ago, and I freaking loved it from start to end, minus a few little things in there, and their feet were covered.
It's just that last little bonus in there, like, well, at least they're wearing shoes. Bazinga.
There was also, okay, I just have to point this out because I'm sorry, I also worked in a hospital for how many years? There was a scene where they, after the first initial bombing where they had the victims on their little white sheets and they were trying to identify bodies and stuff like that. And they had like actual body parts where it was like one was like a hand and they had it wrapped in towels. Have you ever just got a cut and you grabbed a towel and, you know, you had a little bit of blood, like a paper cut? Okay. These were like bleach white, spotless, clean towels that were covering these dead bodies. I'm like, you don't want to at least like throw some dirt on there. I mean, they're bomb victims that are dead, you know? So I was like, that's a little not right. Even, yeah. But it's very minor stuff like that.
Roland Emmerich has made a career making B movies into making B movies look like A-list movies, because he did Godzilla 1998 and he also did Independence Day. Now, Independence Day is very well received, and I think it's aged pretty well. But it's a B movie with A-list actors in it, and that's kind of what this sounds like. It's another. Well, it's a remake for starters, but it's also it's Roland Emmerich. You know, I think another one was 2012, and I don't know if that was Dean Devlin though, because it used to be Devlin Emmerich, and then those two split up. So, but I'm pretty sure. Let me double check if he did that one too.
Well,
2012 is rough.
I didn't like that movie.
No,
I'm probably a supporter of him because I really, really enjoyed this.
2012 would make a great watch party because it's laughably bad.
Yeah.
But okay.
I don't like disaster movies like that.
Yeah, Roland Emmerich did 2012. So
I'm not a fan.
Roland Emmerich is very into massive amounts of destruction, to say the least. So
well,
it's at least in his wheelhouse. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you, have you heard of the character McCluskey? It's a character in the movie, but it's an actual guy involved in this. Does that make any?
Isn't that what Greedo says before he shoots
McClunky?
McClunky or McCluskey?
McClunky.
McCluskey Culkin? No.
So I actually remember like discussing this. And I'm a little annoyed that they didn't do this right. He is the one that had the electrical failure, and his bomb like left his plane way before they were even close to any Japanese ship to bomb. But in the movie, he's the one that drops the bomb on the plane.
That's kind of messed up. No, okay, this is probably why there was the one review that I read was done by a military run website, and they were just destroying the movie, and I'm like, okay, well.
But the following sequence of that is correct and to the T on the details. Okay. So it's like it was like half.
It's like swing and then miss and then hit and then swing and then
but
miss.
It's like you had the whole second half completely correct and accurate. Why wouldn't you just take that last, you know, it
well, it's better this way. We do it this way. I am a film director. I do it this way.
Yeah.
The other way is boring. We don't do that.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
And the other half of the battle is extreme violence.
But yeah. So like I said, I really enjoy it. It's planes and bombs. I mean, I enjoyed it. I liked the sea. I love Hawaii. Never been there. I like Hawaii.
I've never been to Hawaii either. It's definitely a bucket list thing that I want
Mine
to go.
too.
Yeah,
We're going
go there too.
My two things. I wanted to see the Pearl Harbor like memorial thing.
The closest I could make it was Florida. This isn't quite Hawaii, but at least it's not Illinois.
My wife went to Hawaii and said that there are certain areas where what do they call us?
Tourist.
No, I'll use the term from South Park. What howlies? The howlies where we don't go in the islands and the areas down there because we are not welcomed.
It's the same thing like fucking Detroit.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
it's no different.
But it's she said it's cool. It's expensive is all hell because we looked at instead of going to the Dominican Republic, we looked at going to Hawaii, and it was actually cheaper to go to the Dominican Republic.
Well,
and after going to the
how many
Dominican,
years
I can
ago,
see
though?
why. 2014.
But see, that's the thing is now Southwest released plane tickets where you can fly round trip.
Wound whip.
Round-
That
round-
West Wabbit.
You can fly to Hawaii for less than $300. So
Where, in the tail section of the plane with the pets?
doesn't matter.
It's Spirit
just-
Airlines where
Spirit.
everything's an upgrade. You start
What
at
the
the
fuck?
landing gear and then pay your way up.
Hey,
No,
hey,
it's
Fly
Southwest.
JetBlue. Fly JetBlue, baby.
But yeah, so I'm just saying everybody's gonna start competing with that. So
Okay.
it's gonna be affordable soon.
Yeah.
That's literally all I want. Are you waiting for me to pick one?
Yeah, which on a
So-
scale, what would you say this one would be?
I wanted a 4.5, but you didn't have that option. So I'm gonna do a 5.
Zingo.
But hold on, not because the movie was perfect and it deserved a 5. Because 1, I was fully hooked and enjoyed it, and 2, this should be the Pearl Harbor movie, not the other Pearl Harbor movie. So I'm giving it a 5.
So it's an improvement over Pearl Harbor, but not.
I really want you to watch it.
You wanted it to be greater, but it was still good enough to where
Yes.
you were highly entertained.
Oh, hands down. I will watch that movie, 10 more times. I'm excited to get the Blu-ray so I can watch it again. And I'll watch it again, probably hate a little more parts here and there. But
Well, like I said, I got that AMC A-list now, so I'm
if you
definitely
can get this movie, please go watch
I'm
it.
gonna see a lot more movies going forward, and I like the fact that I'm gonna be doing this. I'm gonna be seeing them, and then rather than just complain about a movie or read a website that complained about a movie and read that article that's clickbait, at least I'm going in and I'm watching them.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm looking forward to we're gonna see the same movie and you're gonna love it and I'm gonna hate it. We're just gonna be boxing.
But see, and that's the thing too, is like I'm very generous with my movies because I go watch a movie to be entertained. If you have great music and scenes and it entertained me, that's great. That's all I looked for. So
my problem with most movies is I can't turn my logic button off.
I know.
I have these opinions and a lot of
that's
people
why we
don't.
differ in it. So
People don't like my opinions sometimes, and it's like, I'm sorry. I started a YouTube channel just so I could say I got something to get off of my chest. You don't understand. I can't sleep until I communicate this somewhere. So,
but see, that's like both of these movies that I watched, Maleficent 2 and Midway. I just wanted to go watch a movie. So
yeah. Well, that's what they're for. I mean,
right.
I think it's important to know too that a lot of people have these expectations.
What's wrong with Pete?
I'm reading the chat. Keely Chow does not like Discovery Family.
Oh, okay. Sorry, your face. I was like,
he's caught
are
up in
you
another
broken again?
conversation.
I was reading the chat down there, but god damn.
But
like,
I
something's
think
about
it's important that there's movies that it's going to sound kind of stupid, but I think there needs to be more movies that are okay. Not everything has to be a masterpiece, and not everything has to be a dumpster fire. It's okay to have an in-between movie.
Those mid-range.
Like a perfect example would be like Legend of Tarzan, the one that just came out not too long ago. It's perfectly serviceable movie, not terrible.
Never seen it.
It's Peter Skarsgård. One of the Skarsgårds is in it.
Isn't there like 12 of them?
Yeah, this guy is stacked. I mean, this guy has like muscles, man. But it's a modern telling of Tarzan. I think it's called The Legend of Tarzan. But I saw it. It's a beautiful looking movie. Another example would be Kong Skull Island. I mean, it's not great. It's entertaining. It's pretty to look at. It's what I would call a three cheese curd movie. And I think there needs to be more three cheese curd movies just so you can be entertained.
That's why like I said, this one is not. It's not a perfect movie.
I just gave Pete Forrest Whitaker eye.
Kong Skull Island gave me fucking Forrest Whitaker eye.
Well,
you didn't like that one?
You and Michelle Pfeiffer can go.
That's a shame that she's got Forrest Whitaker eye. Yeah,
it really bothered me. It really bothered me. I'm like, why can't you just open your eye? Just open your eye.
She was so gorgeous in Scarface. I'm sorry, man.
Something is weird. Her eye is weird. Her lips were weird, and it's very like.
Maybe the plastic surgery's falling apart.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's out of
like
warranty.
I said, they're very zoomed in. I mean, they're.
Don't you remember how?
I had nothing else to look at.
How what's her name was towards the end of her life? The red carpet lady.
Joan Rivers.
Joan Rivers. Remember, she just couldn't even move her face.
Oh god.
Her voice.
Everything was just permanently stuck. It's like she was wearing a permanent mask.
Didn't she die in surgery?
No, I don't think she died in surgery. Well, I don't know if she died in surgery or not, but I just remember that sometimes when these actors and actresses have too much plastic surgery done, it's like they can't move their face, and the natural aging isn't working with the artificial parts of their face that are there.
No.
That's why I'm hoping that Sandra Bullock doesn't get too crazy with the nose jobs anymore, because the older you get, that stuff starts to show more.
She used to be so gorgeous.
Especially on 4K.
I still think she's gorgeous.
What's her name? Courtney Cox. Okay.
Yeah.
Courtney Cox was absolutely beautiful. And then what was that show she was on after Friends? In like the late
she was on drugs all through Friends.
Early no. The early or
yes, she was.
Pre-tooth. Okay. I'm sure she was. But I'm talking about what the hell was that show? She played like a parent. It was like her and they all used to drink wine. It was her, Busy Phillips, bunch of other couples. They all lived in like a condo association. She hung out with her ex-husband, had like a younger kid, or a teenager. Fuck, I can't remember the name of the show. But she had started to get Botox in her lips around the time she started doing that show. Because when she was in Scream and stuff like that, I mean, beautiful. And then she started to do that Botox. You can see it. It's not a good look. Your lips look like a baboon's ass.
She was so skinny. She's not for me. Not attractive.
I mean, just facially, she was always very, very attractive, but like, no, body way too skinny. Yeah. No, I just, but no, I don't like, what the hell was that lady on that Mob Wife show that just died?
This is an example. This is an example of too many plastic surgeries gone wrong.
Is that Melanie Griffith?
Yeah, she looks like the Joker.
What the fuck happened to her?
This is Meg Ryan. Yeah.
Go to Maleficent 2 images and see if you can pull up Michelle Pfeiffer.
Cougar Town. Thank you, Keely Chow. Goddamn, thank you. That was the name of that show. Cougar Town.
My God.
Thank you. I could have looked it up, but I knew somebody in the chat would throw me a lifeline. Thank you, Keely Chow. You get the play at home version, and we also have a toaster.
Careful. Okay.
And let's see what else I have around here.
Why do you have a toaster in your office?
Because I like toast. Don't you remember the Hayward Banks?
Sure.
I like toast. Yeah, toast. Really? Come on. Please tell me you've heard the Hayward Banks. Adam, you're my age.
I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry.
God damn it. That's it.
Okay,
I'm
so
not trying to throw you into the bus. I just honestly don't know.
Nope.
That first picture is from one of the scenes. That
this one right here?
No, the one next to that where she's got that crown on.
Oh, this one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Oh, it's not as bad in that one.
Yeah, not feeling the gangster's paradise here.
Oh my God. Hayward Banks looks like the evil professor from Independence Day. I'm done.
I wish I could find like the opening scene. I'm just like it's bad.
So she's the heel in this movie. She's not the. I thought she
I'm
was
not giving anything away.
I thought she was the damn baby face in this movie.
She wants to keep it.
I'm not giving it away.
Well, we're keeping it spoiler free.
See, click on Angelina Jolie. Are her eyes green? And that one where it's the three of her with.
This one here. Let's see.
I can't see on my computer. That what's her Fanning? Ella Fanning? Is that who that is? She did really well. I appreciated her. I appreciated her. But yeah, they had all this like focus on their eyes and faces, and I was like, one's got an eye goober and one can't open them.
He's like, stop it, Forrest Whitaker goober.
See, this one's so different. It's almost like you can't even see. I'm find a bigger one.
That's what she said.
Sorry. Really?
I'm sorry.
Dude, she has scorched you like twice tonight.
Okay, insert rod support A into slot B.
That's what.
If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm gonna pop you.
It was not intentional. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
she said. The scorching you was not intentional. I just wanted you to use your soundbite. I helped you out.
I hear you. It is a pretty addictive soundbite. Let's see here.
Here it is.
See, probably okay with the white background. It makes her eyes stick out more. Let's try this one. I think she's got Transformer eyes. At least that's what I think.
It makes sense in the storyline and with the first one too. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
Do you understand now? Like how much focus is on their
Then
faces.
again, to be fair,
To be fair.
I think Angelina Jolie is creepy as hell anyway.
Yeah, now
that's
just imagine a
Skeletor.
giant eye booger in there.
I've just always thought that she's a little off, like she's an alien or something.
She open mouth kissed her brother. Okay.
And here's the other thing.
Then
Here's the other
again,
thing about her.
if your dad was Peter Fonda, you'd probably open mouth kiss your brother too. Just saying.
I probably wouldn't.
She married Billy Bob fucking Thornton.
Yeah.
They used to wear vials of each other's blood around their neck.
I thought that was an urban myth, or was that?
I don't know. I know that was
that
real.
actually was a thing.
That was real.
One
Billy
of the red
Bob
carpet.
Thornton. He's an odd duck too.
That's real life. Yeah, he's a weird motherfucker.
So because of her character, her bones are like meant to
protrude.
You've seen her with the wings and everything, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say her cheeks look like you're gonna fly off of her face.
Oh my god, yeah. So her cheekbones and then her shoulder bones have these like knots on them, and I was like, oh, it just looks so gross. But
so she could probably go one-on-one with Skeletor.
Wait, hold on. What was the thing that Sal had on Monday? The little creature with the little thing.
Bogan.
This
Bogan.
little guy. Okay,
Bogan.
so her little wings have talons at the end.
It's
Look,
like little
that's all I could
Bogans.
think of. I was like, damn it, Sal, you ruined it.
Bogan doing stuff to
That's the
Rose
first
Tico.
movie. That's from the first movie.
Oh, that's the first one. Okay, my bad.
No, you're good. Because the second one, an instance happens and click that one right there. That's the second movie. Oh, you can't see it. Oh, I can't. I'm like screen.
There's a bigger one. Yeah.
You see the knobs? I'm like, ew.
Check out the knobs. Check out the knobs.
And I ain't talking about the ones on her chest. They're up on her shoulders. The bitch is.
Yeah.
Somebody give her a biscuit.
Okay, again, I wanted to hate her in this movie, and she was actually really good. So
Sally Struthers hates her because she ate all her food. She didn't give her any.
Oh my god.
2 hours later.
But yeah, I still enjoyed this. I really, Pete, you can watch this one with Trey, and Adam can watch Midway.
Yeah, I would say because I
Is the first one on Disney Plus?
Probably.
Okay, yeah.
It's 2014.
Let's see.
It's good. I enjoy it. I like both of them, but again, it was a new kind of thing, and that was when they came out with the Descendants. Have you heard of them?
No.
It's my nephew is all obsessed with the Descendants. It's the villains' kids. So like Jafar's son and Cruella DeVille's kid, and they are on an island together. That's what the Descendants are about.
You know, something we overlooked, and I think this is probably a good point to mention it because we just got done talking about Maleficent. We were talking about Disney Plus, and what do you guys think? MJ put this together, by the way. I gotta give her props for coming up with some of these topics.
Don't call me out.
This was one of your, but it's a good point. How many Disney movies do you think will just go straight to Disney Plus versus the movie theater?
Oh, I was thinking after the free year trials that they put out, I feel like them being like, okay, well, we're gonna release this movie, but strictly to Disney Plus, so therefore you have to pay for it to watch it.
Or
losing money
will they
that
be
way?
even more insidious and put the first movie out of the theater and then say the sequel will go directly to Disney Plus?
Is that really viable financially though? Because you figure you do a movie with $100 million budget, and then you put it on a service you're only charging $6.99
But if you
a month
put it directly
for.
to the streaming service, then you eliminate the middleman. You're not paying for the marketing. You're
Yeah.
not paying necessarily for as much money on advertising, and your returns are guaranteed because if it's there, people will watch it.
Yeah, and I was going to say because go ahead, Monica.
If it's a sequel or a trilogy or whatever, 99% of the time they still shoot that at the same time they're shooting the original movie.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, because we all know like marketing and advertising, that's like adds another basically like if you have a like Joker, it was a $55 million budget and it made
Almost
it just
nothing. Yeah,
it
which
just
is almost
hit
nothing in Hollywood terms.
it just hit $1 billion too. It hit $1 billion.
That's that thing's
fucking awesome.
juggernaut, man.
So but my point is, so with a $55 million budget, you've probably got about 110 million wrapped up with promotions and advertising, because you can basically double your budget with that most of the time, 3/4 the double. So, I guess, if you're cutting out half of what your initial investment is into your movie, then it is worth it just to go straight to the streaming service then.
Yeah.
Because they spend so much on marketing. I mean, just think, it's not a Disney movie, but just Terminator 2. I mean, all those posters that you see in the movie theaters that are twice the size of all three of us put together, those things cost money. You have to mass produce them. You have to pay for the packaging. You have to pay for the shipping.
Let me just tell you, when I took that picture next to Knives Out.
Oh, for the Knives Out picture?
I had to stand. Okay, that thing. Jamie Lee Curtis is 3 times my size in real life in that cardboard cutout. I had to stand like 50 feet away from the fucking cardboard cutout to take the picture.
I'm gonna see if I can find that picture. Hold on.
So I
okay if I show it? If I show? Okay, all right.
I mean, my face is on live stream all night, so
I was gonna say it's not really
but,
much to hide there.
So I took that picture and I go walking around the corner and it's fucking Linda Hamilton in Terminator. I was like, get away from me. Like, I can't escape this. There was no like cool movies and their cutout posters. It was just the trash ones.
Terminator's been out for what is it, a month now?
Yeah. So can you believe it's been that long already?
Has it been a month?
Well,
no, it came out.
No, it came out Halloween night.
It was a Halloween night. Okay,
Halloween night.
They just got that goddamn movie at the theater by my house. Like they just got it.
Me.
No, they
What's
just
up with
got
that?
They had Maleficent 2 there for a week.
That one was actually doing well. Yeah,
and they just
I heard Maleficent 2 did very well.
It did. It's got a higher score than I think Joker. Not that that's saying much, but
yeah.
Yeah.
No, you can't go by the scores, but just so you guys remember, all right. MJ of the Place to Be Reviews is going to be voluntarily seeing Knives Out so that us crazy people don't have to. God
I can't believe you're going to sit through a goddamn Rian Johnson movie. At least it ain't The Last fucking Jedi, though.
This is true.
Goddamn, don't ever watch that movie. I'll tell you what. Don't. I'll tell you what. Don't even waste
I am just not a big enough adult to sit through a Rian Johnson movie. And I've mentioned this before. It's not so much that he made a bad Star Wars movie. Anybody could have done that. It's
he's
just
a douchebag.
He comes off so smug, and he's just very annoying when he speaks to the press. And it's hard to. This is a cool picture, by the way. Whoever took this, I like this. This is cool.
That's a selfie.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, good job.
I was the only one in the theater.
She's going over to a usher. Hey,
I wish I would have. I didn't think to do it at the time because I was in kind of a hurry. But back when the Meg was at the movie theater, I was the only idiot that went to go see that because I love sharks. The way that you like dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, oh, cool movie with a big shark in it. Gotta go see it. I don't even care what it's about. You have me at Big Shark. So I wanted to get a selfie with my head in the shark's mouth, and I was in a hurry. But then they had another shark head with 47 meters down. But I'm like, I never seen the first 47 meters down, so I wasn't going to do it in the sequel. But if I had the space, man, I would have those big giant shark props.
They made a sequel to Jesus Christ.
They made a sequel to 47 meters down, and the shark is I can't remember if it's blind or deaf.
What the fuck?
Yeah, they like go somewhere and they're trapped in like something underwater, and the shark is like blind because it's been underwater for a really long time.
So it's like that movie.
It's like Pitch Black underwater.
I was gonna say it's like that movie with that Stephen Lang guy, Don't Breathe or whatever, except it's a blind shark.
I heard it's really bad. It's like because they have to have a movie, they have like tech that just doesn't make any sense. Like they're able to talk underwater somehow, and it sounded like a real dumpster fire. I watch a lot of Jeremy Johns because his videos are like super stupid short, and he just tells you what you need to know and why you need to see it or why he's going to forget about it in 2 days. So most of his movies get like a T-, but if he really likes it, be like, yep, this is awesome-tacular. That's his favorite score. Then it's like, I'll buy this on Blu-ray when it comes out. So
look, I found Idris Elba. Hold on, you see him?
Yeah,
nice. That's him in Maleficent.
No, it's not really Idris Elba, but it
looked like him.
That's the Dollar General Idris Elba.
That's Dollar General.
If your mom goes to the store to
with-
buy a Heimdall
Hella.
figure, this
You know
is
what he
what
should
you
do?
get.
He should hook up with that guy. I'm like, these motherfuckers always want me to be in every single movie. I'm like, why
Yep.
don't we like split up with this guy and like all the movies that I can't be in, you can be in them.
Yeah.
Do you see the Talon? Do you see it?
Mm-hmm.
What's that remind you of? Sale.
Bogan. It's the Bogan.
I was like, why did I watch the stream before I came?
You know, you're talking about how many movies you go to
Um,
and everything. Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna kind of, we're talking about how many movies you go to and everything. Like, I really, I hate theaters because I'm a germaphobe.
I'm
so,
aware.
like this year has been like I've been. Let's
See, my favorite theater, you go in there and it smells like mushrooms. But I like the theater. I'm a sucker for that. I know it's disgusting in there, but it's like it's just something about seeing it at a movie theater.
It's so gross though.
It was so cold. I had, of course, it's cold here. I had my hat, my scarf, my winter coat on. I literally was sitting like this, knees to chest, in both of my movies, like in a little ball.
Now, why didn't you get on the phone and call the desk and be like, "Hey, turn the heat up,
heat up in here"?
Because I wasn't trying to be a brat.
I would have been.
I could.
I'm the only one.
You
in
already
here.
told him to turn the light on. Tell him to turn the heat up too.
You're the only one in there.
You should have been like, "Hey, this is MJ. I'm in a theater. What is this, amateur hour? Turn this shit up."
You know who I am? I'm from the place to be reviews, bitch. Bring me some soda. I'll run this motherfucker. I'll put my feet on your sofa.
So the best part was when I was the only one, the solo one in the theater, right? Okay, all by myself. First of all, they made me pick a seat. Like I couldn't just walk in and sit down.
You're the only one there, but you still have to select your seat. Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Okay, so
you can't circumvent the rules for this just one time, and I'm the only motherfucker in this whole room.
So no, because it gets worse. So Adam now knows when you pick the little movie thing on your phone on the app, it tells you theater, whatever your seat was in this time.
Now, see, mine didn't tell me to pick a seat though. It
depends on the theater. It just depends on the theater.
Okay, depend on the theater.
Or like which one you're in. Like some of them will.
Yeah, this one, the one for Mr. Rogers, it did not let me pick a seat. So maybe it's general admission. Yeah.
Okay, so this guy. I walk in and he scans my phone, right? And he was like, well, and he's, again, the only one signed up for this movie. And he was like, looking, he's like, I'm trying to figure out which theater you're in. I'm like, so I give him his time, right? I'm like, this is your job. He's stuttering, he's sweating, he can't figure it out. And I'm like, my phone says I'm in this theater. Like, right? He's like, yep, that's right. That's where you go. And I was like, got it. Okay. So after all that, right, I go sit down. And I didn't get anything to eat or drink, like no popcorn or candy or anything. Oh, bye, Pete.
Bye, Pete.
Because I was like, whatever, doesn't matter. So after the end of this movie, there is literally the little girl, the usher that comes in to clean. So she's standing there with her little broom and like dustpan waiting for me to leave. And I'm like, I didn't eat anything. And she was like, okay. That. And I was like, you don't even need to go up there. I was the only one in this movie. I didn't have anything to eat, and I sat in a ball in my chair because it was so cold. Like I didn't move. I didn't move other than to call your front desk to tell them to turn the fucking light off. And she just kept looking at me, and I was like, okay. I don't know if she's just trying to kill time or not, but it was, yeah, that was my experience of the first movie. I was like, this is gonna be a long night. And then I walked out to that Knives Out cardboard cutout and freaking Linda Hamilton in her Terminator.
Yeah, it amazes me how much they put behind that movie, and it amounted to nothing, just absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
it's like I don't want to be like, and I told you so. It's like we call these things out the way we saw them. It's like we're not stupid. I think theaters talk down to their audience, and that kind of frustrates me a little bit. It's like people are generally smart enough to know what they want, and they're starting to show with the box office results. It's like we want more of that. We don't want any more of that PG-13 shit. We want more R-rated movies with good performances in them. We don't really care about the big budget. We just want to be entertained. So yeah. And not everything has to be rated R either, but
that's how I go into movies, though. I just want to be entertained. So if you entertain,
I do too. And something else, and this is probably something I'm going to have to discipline myself with, because, like I said, I want to be a little bit more open to different types of movies and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But I don't like to go to a movie that I think is going to depress me either.
Yeah.
Like it's like you got enough shit in life that's going to bum you out. It's like I don't want to leave and feel like I want to drive into a brick wall somewhere. I know
Right.
some people like to feel that way, especially the Academy. But there you go. Goober Brothers says my go-to movie is to put beer or a burrito in my jacket and sneak into the theater. Yeah,
we don't have those capabilities, so
I've been able to do that before. I used to sneak beer into movie theaters and root beers and snacks.
maybe in like a flask or something, but I couldn't. There's no way they would. I'd be booted out of the theater.
Something tells me Pete ain't coming back. I would have thought he'd been back by now. Oh, nope, he not. Pete just done for the evening.
Hit the high road.
Like you could have at least said bye, brother.
Right.
Oh, here he is.
He's having internet issues.
Okay.
Shocker.
Well, it's all right. Yeah, your router had a nice life for about a month, so it's good while it lasted. Godspeed, router. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we're still working on a new one for him. That's on me.
What's the strangest thing you've ever? You said you didn't sneak anything into a movie theater. I went with a buddy of mine once, and we used to always sneak food in the movie theaters because why?
Well, and like the theater where Pete's at, yeah, you can easily, but
the prices have always been astronomical. But I think the dumbest thing we ever did is we went. You notice the movie theaters have changed a little bit. Like it's not quite as much of an incline as it used to be, and there's kind of like carpet underneath the seats. They didn't used to do that. It used to just be like stone or concrete or whatever the hell they put in there.
Well, that's the
remember the old school theater? Yeah. So we went in and we snuck. Remember sarsaparilla root beer in the old school bottle. We bought some of that at Walgreens because that was the only kind of root beer we could find there. It's like they didn't have it in a plastic bottle. I'm like, glass bottle, shit, they're gonna think we're drinking beer. It's root beer. So what's my buddy Kenny does? He takes that open and he drops the bottle, and you can hear that motherfucker roll all the way from the top of the theater.
That is my
all
life.
the way down to the movie screen.
So I totally forgot to tell you about so I went and saw Maleficent 2 first. Then I had like a 20-minute break. So I went out and got popcorn, bathroom, all that stuff. And then I went into Midway. So I'm standing at the counter to get some popcorn. Actually, I really wanted pretzel bites because they had the best little pretzel bites with cheese. Their fucking oven was down. I said, motherfucker, you just don't want to turn it on. Like, yeah. I'm like, I know how this is. Yeah, I'm like, I know how this gig rolls. You just don't want to. So I was like, whatever. I was like, give me some popcorn. So
you should have went up there and been like Chris Rock. Good Lord, that's a lot of money.
How about I give you 75 cents for 7 bites?
Good Lord.
7 bites.
The dude the kid that was, as the cashier, he had on this clean, brand new Knives Out shirt. Black t-shirt. It's got the giant Knives Out
the kid
logo.
that's working there. I was going to say, somebody was just voluntarily wearing something like that.
No. He works there.
Sorry, boy, alert.
So here's me pretending like I don't know anything about Knives Out and how horrible it is, right? And so he's making my popcorn, and I'm like, oh, Knives Out, is that coming out soon? He's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay, trying to like get him to talk. And I was like, are you going to see it? He goes, fuck no. This kid is working there. Okay.
Yes.
He was so pissed off he was so mad that I was asking him these questions. So he was like, after he said that, and he's working, and he kind of like the look on his face, like when he realized, because it just went. He did not filter that, didn't process it, nothing. And then he was like,
he's been asked that a couple of times.
Yeah. So he was like, no, I'm not going to see it. I'm just wearing the shirt because I literally get paid to wear the shirt, and it's brand new and clean. And I was like, fair enough. Okay, I'm gonna take my popcorn and leave now. But yeah, he straight up. Fuck.
Thanks for the conversation, bro.
I know. I was like, oh, it's so awkward. But,
meanwhile, he's like,
fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yeah, and as soon as I walked away, he's like, that dumb bitch.
oh my god, no,
potato sack.
I think the last time I went and saw Alita Battle Angel, and that was when that whole thing was going on with Captain Marvel and all that. And I wish I had seen Alita a little bit sooner, because I actually wound up enjoying the movie, and I didn't expect to. I had no expectation going into it, but he's like, you know, somehow we got in a discussion of, I thought it was going to be busier because Captain Marvel launched and because it had so much of a, he's got a cat ass right in his face.
No.
It's very distracting. But
it doesn't matter how tall a cat is. They always find a way to put their ass right in your goddamn face.
That's why we have dogs. But anyway,
I have a dog too.
He just got it all bad all around then. But I think the discussion was, I says, I just don't go to the movies as much because they're just not that good anymore, you know? And he's like, yeah, it's been a little dry, you know? And this is the guy that's selling the tickets at the front booth, you know? So,
oh, I know.
I think it's picking up a little bit though. I thought there was some pretty good stuff this year. I think there's probably this year over last, especially a equal ratio of good to bad. You know what I mean? And it's not all Disney Marvel either. Although I do feel like they kind of have a stranglehold on the industry.
The next couple of years, they're coming out with 3 to 4 movies a year, every fucking year.
And that's why I hate it, because I've literally witnessed that Disney can produce an awesome sequel.
Same with Pete's Mandalorian. He's
a standalone movie.
Right, yeah.
It's just, I don't know what the deal is.
And I'm okay with Star Wars reinventing itself as a TV series subject rather than a movie, because one thing I like about TV, and I've mentioned this before, something like Jack Ryan, where it's movie quality, but it's at a TV's pace. Because like when you watch a TV show's pace, you develop all the characters, get all the plot lines out, and if you do a really good job, you should never be bored. You watch that first season, it's 8 episodes long. It just feels like you're watching a long movie. And it doesn't really even feel that long, because you can binge watch that shit like when you watch 24. You want to talk about the worst thing to binge watch, man. Watch a season of 24 and you're like, I don't want it anymore. I can't stand it. It's like all in real time. It's like constantly, we need more time. You're going to have to trust me. And then you go into the next season, it's like, man, we're going to do this shit again. Fuck.
Not for me.
No, yeah, I did like.
I'm so tormented.
I'm not saying that show's not good, but it's just it was exhausting. You know, I feel like Jack Ryan though, it has a good pace. It's not. It gives you time to breathe, but it doesn't bore you. You know,
that's the other thing I noticed this year, or maybe last year. I'm not really sure when it started, but I feel like movies have to stop and take the time to explain what the fuck they're doing. And
they do one of two things. Either they put too much filler in to pad out the runtime, or they rush through things that should be more important. And they don't make you care about the characters. Yeah.
I feel like both these movies I just saw didn't do that. And one is a sequel. It gave you little snippets of the past movie, just as they all do. And then the other one is a remake, and it was good.
It's giving you a glimmer of hope, is what it is. It's like, okay, well, maybe these fuckers will finally get it right. I mean,
because it was a fucking war movie with a lot of detail, and they didn't stop and be like, okay, pause the scene. This is what's really happening.
And a lot of times I feel like they're pausing a movie just to get some kind of a message across, or inject some kind of social justice or whatever the hell kind of preachy thing that they're trying to do, and it turns a lot of people off.
It's annoying.
It is annoying because it's so on the nose sometimes when they do this. It's like my sister described it best when we were watching Doctor Who, because she got me into Doctor Who, and then at one point we were watching it together, and it's like they were breaking the fourth wall just to turn around and say, now it's okay if the woman is a hero too. And it's like, okay, we get it. Jesus Christ. And I get how many times you had to beat me over the head with it, and that was just the start. That was before Jodie Whittaker even came into picture. They were trying to ease the audience into that. And ultimately it didn't work, because their viewerships dropped off quicker than the Batwhamans.
That's to your point, Monica. You were talking about how they have to explain things in these movies now, and the TV shows are the same way. And that's what happens when you have a writer's room. You need one or maybe two people to collaborate on writing something like this. I'm
telling you, a writer's room is just people spitballing ideas.
That's it.
Nobody.
I just picture the Velcro suits, and they just throw each other at the wall, and they're like, "Your turn," and then they unstick themselves, and then it's your turn.
They have these horrible ideas, and everything gets all. They have to go around and they have to check boxes, and they check the fucking boxes, and it's like,
that's
okay,
the priority.
we checked all our boxes. this.
Once they get
Now,
all that
look,
done, they think they're done. It's time to go to Chili's for dinner.
Yep, when they write the fucking movie, and hey, Chili's is a new place where business gets done. That was in Small Businessman's Magazine, Scranton.
Our Chili's closed.
Good, because that food is diarrhea.
Yeah, so it's like Chipotle. So you get these idiots that fucking, they're like, okay, well, these people that write this shit, most of them are fucking dumb. They're dumb. I'm sorry. I don't care if you're a writer in Hollywood.
They're
or not.
overeducated, but they're lacking.
They don't have
creative
common
talent.
sense.
Yeah, they don't have common sense. They don't have any street knowledge.
They're
and
creatively bankrupt. They're sheltered human beings. They live in an echo chamber. They have no external factors that provide them with any opposition to anything they say. And that's the way these writers' rooms are set up. So they want to
talk.
talk.
I think they should disband the writers' rooms altogether.
Yes.
I think the best way to make a movie, like you take something like Joker, all right, whether that's for you or not is irrelevant. But let's look at its success. That's something that started off with a vision. A guy had an idea for a script, and he went from there. They didn't start with a release date and then work backwards and do the script at the last minute. Now, these two movies that MJ just reviewed and your Mandalorian, all three of these are movies that seem to have a middle and a beginning and an end, seem to be paced well, and seem to have a script that works.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel better that I just dropped $21.95 a month on a movie pass, because about a year ago, talk to me about movies, I'd just be like, God, it's the end of the world. It's a fucking apocalypse. I think it's turning itself around. I do.
Yeah. I mean, I easily enjoy stuff that I know triggers people.
I'm not as political as most people. I don't really let that stuff get to me. It depends on how much they're going to beat me in the face with it.
Yep.
If it gets to the point to where it replaces the story or the script and it's so out of place or out of character within the universe they're trying to set up, then I'm just like, oh, shut up. I don't need this after school special shit.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm grown.
Yeah.
And something else too, and Pete's probably going to experience this with the movie that he has to see tomorrow, is not every movie
I just am so enjoying it.
Not every movie has to have a twist. That's like a new thing now.
Plot
Everything has to have they have to have a plot twist just for the sake of having a plot twist, even if it doesn't need one.
Elizabeth Banks isn't smart enough to write a plot twist, so I'm not really too concerned with
review that I watched.
Right.
The review that I watched, one of them said it feels like there's a plot.
My expectations.
They didn't spoil it, but they said it feels like the plot twist is put in there just because the studio said, "Where's the twist? There's no twist. There has to be a twist." Another checkbox you got to hit. You know what I mean? Like that's why I say these designed by committee movies feel like designed by committee movies. They don't have any identity. You know what
it's
I mean?
homogenized, watered down crap that just gets dumbed down for what they think is a boneheaded mass audience that can't discern entertainment.
It's that episode of The Simpsons where they have Poochie. All these movies are Poochie. Okay, that's what they are. They designed this character in the last season to try to appeal to all these different people, and nobody likes him. That's exactly what these movies feel like to me. It's we're watching Poochie movies over and over and over again.
So to before we get to bitchy and whining about shit, we're gonna steer away from that real quick. So back one of the points that I was making where I watched Midway, which is a war movie that has a lot of detail in it, and they didn't stop to explain the movie. And there was obviously they're Japanese. I can't fucking speak Japanese, can't hear in Japanese, whatever. So they have subtitles, right? And I was like, oh man, are they going to explain this whole movie in subtitles? Which they didn't. They just explain, the conversation. Where I've seen a movie where it's not the fucking conversation they're having. They're explaining you.
So it wasn't like Narcos on Netflix?
No. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I was like, I think it's the first couple scenes. And I was like, God, the subtitle is like ridiculous. There's quite a bit. Well, then the Japanese guy decides to start speaking in English. Can't fucking understand him. I don't know what he said. I need to go back and watch it. So I was like, okay, I was like, bring the subtitles back. So I stopped complaining about him. But it really wasn't that bad, and it wasn't like they were explaining. Like they did do the cliche like date and time, but it was relevant to the movie. Other than that, they weren't like, okay, so step 1, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. It wasn't that bullshit. So.
Step 1.
Another thing I think that they could do that I don't know how they do this financially. It would cost a fortune to do, but if they had some kind of a way where you walk into a movie theater and they have some kind of a Bluetooth setting in the movie theater itself, and you log in and you can pair up your favorite headset with the system's PA.
Yeah.
Put the fucking noise canceling headsets on and drown out all the idiots next to you. You know what I mean?
Well,
nice.
they
People
won't
do
do
not
that
have
because
theater etiquette.
it's a safety hazard. They won't
Well,
do that,
I know, but I'm just saying
Yeah.
you know, they do
Especially with
have
roving packs of incels.
Oh,
I mean, I
let's not
agree
go
with
down that
you.
road, please.
No, we're not going down that road.
What I'm saying though is they have headsets with noise pass through, so it doesn't drown out everything around it. But I just wish there was a way that I could shut off the people that are making noise in front of me. I like to sit in the back of the theater too, so that I can gauge the audience, see how
just
they're
go on a
liking movie.
Tuesday. Just go on a Tuesday. You have the whole theater to yourself.
Well, I'm gonna go Thursday because I want to see the new movies when they drop, so that I can have them ready for Friday. That's my plan going forward. So hopefully
Makes complete sense.
improves the content of this channel, and hopefully people like that. I really enjoyed both of you guys' reviews. I feel stupid because I didn't review shit. All I did was just kind of drive the show.
I feel bad because I just picked my own topics for your show. So
no, I don't have a problem.
But
You know how long
we
I've been trying to get
talking
people
about a
to
lot
help
of
me
that.
with content. Yeah, I'm always open to new content. I'm always open to people writing for my website, doing reviews for my channel. You know, I mean, I love it. I think between the three of us, we could review a lot of stuff, and I think people want to know, hey, should I see this? What are these guys saying about it? Because I look at us, we're not like film critics, okay? We're like the Joe average moviegoer that wants to be entertained, you know. So we got something we can bring that's fresh and unique, I think there. So.
I do more of like the TV shows, honestly,
that's fine. Yeah,
because
that's great. You watch way more TV than either one of us.
I do. Because I don't have a theater that's close enough here, and it's more difficult for me to commit to a 2-hour movie, 1, 2, 3-hour movie, unless it's something I really want to watch or something I'm watching over again, than it is for me to watch 2 or 3, 4 episodes of a TV show, you know, sitcom. You know what I mean? Like I'm on that. There's a show called Prodigal Son right now with Tom Payne from The Walking Dead, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a new show. I'm like 6 episodes back on Emergence, which was a good show.
I haven't reviewed it yet because I don't think it's done. But the only new show that I've been watching lately is Creep Show. Now I'm getting to a point. I have this kind of religious thing where after Halloween, I don't want to watch any more horror movies because I kind of overdo it every year. I just marathon like all these damn horror movies and TV shows.
Yep.
But Creep Show is really good because each episode is clever and unique, and it's an anthology series. So once that wraps up, I'll probably just give an overall review of the show itself, go from there. But mostly I want to do movies. I think TV's your thing.
Yeah.
MJ movies, I do movies. Between the three of us, we can do all.
Yeah, I watch Power Nation right now on TV.
I watch Mystery.
They're building a Jeep. It's
old ass episodes of Mystery Science Theater and Riff Tracks. So those are what make me happy. You know,
since it's post Halloween and we can get away from the horror, does that mean I can stop reviewing Batwoman?
Nobody made you.
Nobody asked you to do that. You volunteered for that.
You know what though? I did it because, like I said, I
know why you did it. I'm just saying.
I did.
You can't ask us that.
Pete and I were talking about today. It's the things we do for our channels.
I'm beholden to my subscribers,
and
honestly, those videos get a shitload of views.
You're going to voluntarily go see Charlie's Angels, and MJ's going to go see Knives Out, and I already saw Terminator: Dark Fate. You know,
I'm really looking forward to the other 2 movies I'm watching.
The point is for our content and for our subscribers, we have forced ourselves to watch things that we probably wouldn't normally go out and go see, just to see if maybe we could find any good in them whatsoever.
I just wanted to stop getting shit on, so I picked a movie.
Same here. I just figured I had to see something, you know. So well, for me, it was my subscribers were arguing with me because it's like I saw the trailer, and I'm like, I don't want to see this, and then people are like, thumbs down, unsubscribe. You know, it's like, well, this is written by James Cameron and the director of Deadpool, so it's going to be great. It's going to be great. No, it's not. It's not great. It's not great. It's a movie you've seen at least 2 or 3 times. That's all it is.
I'm going to see this tomorrow night. Like I said, I saw the original the 2000 and 2003 Charlie's Angels and Full Throttle in the theaters.
Full Throttle was really bad.
It was bad, but they were self-aware of what they were.
And see, like MJ, she's a fan of Ed Screen. Now, see, I went to go see Charlie's Angels because I was in love with Drew Barrymore, and I still am. So, you can understand where I'm coming from there. Even Drew Barrymore couldn't save Charlie's Angels full throttle.
No,
it was still a nightmare, even with her in it. I'm like, well, she's in it. No, it's not.
This movie's got an attractive cast, at least, like I said. But it's funny because like every dude in it looks like a beta male. Like the guy that is dating Ella Belinsky.
Have you been outside lately?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
2019.
Well,
I walk
to be
around.
fair, we don't live in Hollywood, so we don't see it as much.
No,
as
see,
I don't either, but
I walk around. I mean, it's like I don't see too many of them unless I go to other places. You see these little beta males. They're like they're little skinny
the people
jeans.
that I know that live near Hollywood, they say it's even worse than the movies and TV shows are depicting.
I was in a big city near you recently, and yeah, they're out there.
Not here, not where I am. That's a lucky thing.
Yeah.
These but no, the kid that's playing He-Man now, Noah Centino, is like he's built like a wet noodle. It doesn't make sense to me, but no, that this Charlie's Angels, I'm not expecting. I have no expectations. I know what I'm getting into.
It's that's the only thing I was going to say about it. It's not ever tried to hide the fact that it's not trying to be female empowerment.
But this one thinks it is
a feminist message and all that. So it's
wait
not
till
like
you get to the theater.
It's not like it's pretending not to be those things. So it's going to be those things going into it. So you just have to wait for it.
What was that?
I texted you about the prize pack, right?
Yeah.
And I sent it to Pete, and I was being a jackass as a joke, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Never mind. Like, it's not funny if I have to explain it to you."
No joke explained is ever funny.
No, and I was like, I had no patience. I was like, "Fuck off, whatever. I don't care." So they are giving away a Charlie's Angels prize pack. So if you purchase a ticket, I don't know if you have to sign up for it or if you just automatically get enrolled, but it's like a diamond necklace and one of the little fake shiny Charlie's Angels tattoos.
Oh, I'm signing up for it.
Some sunglasses.
Put it right on your butt, Pete. Put it right in the small of your back. Give yourself a Charlie's Angels
tramp stamp.
Hold on, I think I can find it on here. But I was like, why?
Because if I won this bitch, I would give it away to a subscriber.
It looks straight up like it came out of the dollar store.
It's like a Hot Topic thing, isn't it?
I'm trying to find it.
Hot Topic.
It might be under this one. Where are you going? What theater?
West Branch.
Oh, okay.
I don't care. It doesn't. I'm not worried about doxing myself. Someone come find me. You'll find something I don't like. No, it's I'm going to West Branch because it was either that or Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant's like an hour drive, and I wouldn't be able to do a fucking review tomorrow night if I had to drive an hour. It's only like 20 minutes to West Branch if the weather's good, because it's all highway. So
I am aware.
Well, for those listening that aren't aware, that didn't grow up right where I live,
I don't know if I can find this.
But yeah, the theater, oh my God. I'm glad this is only an hour and 58 minutes because I wish it was like 89 minutes because the seats in this theater, I'm going to wear like a big ass heavy jacket basically because I'm sneaking
I'm just going to need you not to complain.
But that's impossible.
I know.
I'm like an old Jew. I come.
Just get it together. Just get it together.
It would be great if we did a video for Geeks and Gamers. Jeremy, holler. Tweet Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers and tell him you want the place to be reviews.
Yeah, it's not going to happen because I did a video once about Jeremy about the way that people were attacking him, the way he's accused of attacking other people, and rather than watch the video, he assumed that I was attacking him. So that's probably not going to happen. Yeah. I mean, I was sticking up for him, but he obviously didn't watch the video, so he wouldn't have picked up on that. I think he actually did finally watch the video, but he just went into ultimate defensive mode, and I'm like, well, I was trying to help you out, but whatever.
Shit, I was shocked the other night when Drunk 3PO jumped on with us in the chat and everything. I was like,
people are aware that we exist.
Yeah.
I think the Fandom Menace is getting a rap is like it's some kind of a hate group or something, and now all of a sudden people want to hurry up and say, oh well. Now that you like the Mandalorian, oh wow, that's totally Pete. I can see him wearing all that.
I would.
Yeah, you should go in and put some sparkly lipstick on and some spray glitter and and make sure you say that when you give them your movie ticket.
I'm gonna walk when I buy my ticket tomorrow and be like, I identify as a woman. I'm fabulous.
Did you just assume my gender, bro?
I'll be
Okay,
like,
so this is what it says. One winner will be awarded as follows: one smartwatch, one bracelet, one necklace, and one cosmetic pouch.
I want to
Valued at $125.
One prophylactic
for a diamond necklace,
soiled.
and the whole thing was $129.
No, the pouch. The pouch.
Okay, a payout.
And then it says
a payout.
it says the sweepstakes runs from 11/12 through 11/18. The winners will be randomly selected on or about 11/25.
Oh yeah, I'm registering for that bitch. I'm gonna
fuck all that.
What's the theater though in West Branch? This is the Regal.
It's not a Regal.
Okay.
It's like some.
I can't remember what it's like. A family owned, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like the Pines here in Tucky. It's,
so that they are literally giving that away, and I don't know. Like, is
Can
that
you
your
show
incentive?
that prize pack one more time, MJ?
Is that your incentive to get people to buy tickets?
Gay.
I have no idea why. You know what I mean? Help me. Help
No,
me.
I don't know. Like this movie,
I can't understand. I can't understand.
I'm good. I'm just kind of shy. I wonder how many people are going to be there tomorrow because West
It's
Branch.
like I said, if you sit in the back of the theater, you can see the audience reaction, and if they're not vibing it, that's something I want to know about.
I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there
I'm
early.
sorry, I did not have that effect in my reviews because there was
nobody there. Yeah. You were in there freezing in the dark. Well, first of all, the lights were on. And then as soon as they turned the lights out, you realize that all the heat from the theater was coming from those lights.
No, it was cold before that started.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'd
have called him up. I'd been like, "Hey, it's the person that just called about the lights. I feel like a fucking TV dinner in here."
No, I didn't. I wasn't rude like that. I was just like, you could tell he was like, did she seriously just call me from the theater? What was I supposed to do? Get up and leave the movie that I just watched, pay to watch? And no, fuck that.
I said I would have told him to rewind that shit, but run it back. Ain't nobody else in here. They ain't fucking complain.
Luckily for me, they explained they like recapped what they were doing throughout the one part of the movie. So I was like, oh, okay, makes sense.
I think the worst was when I was seeing Hellboy and I'm standing out I leave and then I realize that they're doing stingers. I'm like, oh, we're doing this shit too. Like we have to have stingers. Like I have to sit through all the credits. And it's like, and by the end of the movie, I'm always doing the old man pee-pee dance,
Yep.
And then the broom boy came in there and said, "Don't worry, there's no more stingers after the whistle." I'm like, "Thank God!" And they just beelined for the boys' room. I'm like, I don't want to stand here and do the pee-pee dance anymore, please.
So the wife and I were drinking during Joker. We snuck booze into the theater.
Well, most theaters now, at least the one that I go to, you can buy booze right at the front desk.
Oh no, not this one. Not this one.
Yeah, that's one thing the AMC
I feel
does
like you
have.
used to be able to.
They sell liquor
at the Pines.
I don't buy liquor.
No,
but,
cigarettes and liquor.
You used to be able to smoke in
sure.
the lobby. They might have sold liquor there. I remember you'd be smoking in the lobby and stuff like that.
They used to sell
old
cigarettes.
school.
They used to sell cigarettes and liquor. I'm pretty.
I don't
sure.
remember that. If they did, that would have been dope.
Ask your mom.
She probably remember. I don't know.
Oh, I know she'll remember.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know if my mom's memory now, as old as she is. I don't know if she remembers shit. What?
Leave your mama alone.
Oh, I love her. I got a river.
God.
So listen.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it.
No.
So yeah, we would do a video for Geeks and Gamers if they asked us to.
Absolutely.
But right now, I'm mostly focused on our channels, and trying to grow them. Jeremy he's on this other stratosphere. Well, it's not that I don't have time. It's just that what I'm struggling with right now, MJ, is just trying to devote the right amount of time to the things that matter. You know what I mean? Like rather than spend 4 hours on a video that 3 people are going to look at, do I want to focus on something that the people actually want to see versus something that, I might think might be a hot topic or something where I have something to say, but nobody else is interested in. You know? So, a lot of people aren't really interested in if you like something either. Like you write a good review.
Oh yeah, they show up for to hear.
They want to see a rage. They want to see a rage out, and I know rage gets clicks, but it's not something I can do all of the time.
No, I don't want to listen to it.
I don't. I'm not about that life.
I can't see it.
I can't read what that says.
Read? It says Robert Pattinson tells Jennifer Lopez she'd make a great Batman.
Why? Why?
I want to fucking punch him in the throat now.
I think I heard that wrong. I think I heard it wrong.
Robert Pattinson told Jennifer Lopez she'd make
It was a
great
joke.
Batman.
It was a joke.
I'm just
You
for
didn't really
the
want you to
people
read it again.
for the people in back. I'm reading it again just because I want you to understand clearly what I just said. And this is the new Batman. Telling Jenny from the block she should be Batman.
Mrs. A-Rod.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I present you the Dark Knight Cuckman.
So I don't know. What do you guys?
I enjoyed not having to bitch about an article tonight. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, I think it's not that I'm not ever going to do that again. It's just I want to do it in minimum moderation. You know, I don't want to.
It's a Friday. I feel like I can't do it.
I think, and I agree, and that's what I want this show to be. I want it to be Friday night fun time, laughs and giggles, and I think if we ever do like an article share, it's going to be something that we can laugh at.
Oh, bye, Chris. Sorry.
Versus just something that we rage out about. So. Chris, thank you so much for stopping by. Also, Keely Cow, thanks for hanging out with us. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this catches on. Also, hello to Brian Lape and the Appalachian American. I saw you guys earlier. I just forgot to click on the link. And Goober Brothers, our buddy, who I was just on his stream earlier. Goober, thanks for talking me into getting that movie pass. I'm actually looking forward to doing just straight movie reviews from here on out, and it's good. It's good content for my channel. It's good content.
I'm excited to get to talk about the movies I see.
Absolutely, and I think that's the fun thing, because you know what, when a movie's really bad, we can have fun talking about that too. You know what I mean? We can we can make jokes out of those kind of things. So that this little group right here, we're good at making jokes about movies. So we've seen so damn many of them, we kind of know what we're doing. So that being said, make sure you check out our watch party on December 7th. Now, I know that that's actually Pearl Harbor, but not all of my audience are Americans. So I wanted to celebrate something that everybody identifies with, which is the horror of the holiday special.
I've never seen this. So.
Oh my
MJ,
God.
You've never seen the Star Wars holiday special. The only thing I'm going to tell you is you don't need to know anything.
What's wrong with Pete? I broke him again.
No.
You don't need to know anything about Star Wars going into this. All you need to know is how it was made and why it exists. It's 1977. Star Wars is a big hit, okay? And they want to cash in. This is the first time, and sure as hell not the last, that somebody wants to cash in on the Star Wars license, because it made all of the money over the summer. So what do they decide to do? We'll have a Star Wars themed holiday special on CBS. And they showed this thing in 1978, and it's the stuff of nightmares. All right. It is.
That's what Macamee is.
Macamee's
oh no, you
a good
haven't
time.
met Lumpy yet.
This is an hour and 29 minutes of shorts and montages that are supposed to look like they belong in the Star Wars universe, but clearly do not, and are very dated. You can see the end of the 80s and the start of the end of the 70s and the start of the 80s while watching the show. Also, it focuses on Chewbacca's family. Han Solo is taking Chewbacca home for Christmas.
Day.
It's Life Day. That's what they call it, not Christmas. Okay. And all of the Wookiees speak in Wookiee, but there's no subtitles. So you don't really know what they're saying. You have to follow their really obnoxious noises.
So we can add in
in
their commentary.
We can subtitle their conversation.
We're commentarying on this big time. There's gonna be and you don't even need to watch this before going in it, because this is gonna be an easy one.
I normally don't watch them.
It's going to be so easy for us to riff this. I can't even begin to tell you.
Normally, all of our watch parties are instant reactions, like genuine.
Right.
I don't watch.
You're going to be constantly asking yourself, "How did this get made?" And this show it's so bad, MJ, that George Lucas has said in public on numerous occasions that if he had the means and disposal, he would hunt down every copy that's been sold and destroy it, because this movie this show is not just public domain. It's been stamped and pressed and stamped and pressed, stamped and pressed at every single Comic-Con there ever was. So you can go out and buy this thing and own a copy of it.
I want to actually buy it.
It doesn't belong to anybody, and it's an embarrassment for everybody involved. Yeah, but it is hilariously terrible.
Lumpy. I can't wait. She's gonna get to meet Lumpy.
This was before your time, but do you guys remember when they used to have Circus of the Stars?
I don't like circuses.
I've seen the old fucking replays.
But when they did Circus Stars, they would just like have some kind of has-been actress or actor come out and do some stunt, and this is what this is like. It's like a skit with like some former has-been TV star trying to do Star Wars. That's what this is. It's a series of small scenes that are not connected.
It's fucking terrible. It's
bafflingly bad. But yeah, I want everybody to suffer with us. Yeah.
Just think about. I'm just kidding. My eyes messed up.
Oh yeah, this one will give you 2 Forrest Whitaker eyes. Yeah, I guarantee. It's.
Well, I'm pretty much already there in natural state.
We're gonna have a good time. Put it that way. Just the commentary alone. So yeah.
I can't help it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's so we'll be watching on YouTube at 8:30 p.m. December 7th, Saturday, and then also I'll be playing it in my Facebook group for 24 hours that day, so that everybody can see it. So
way to celebrate Christmas. We show the holiday special 24/7.
For Christmas, I think I was saying I was going to do the Magic Christmas tree. I'll do that on actual Christmas. Like
I haven't seen that one either. So
I haven't either.
That one's a goofy one. I'll give you the link to it, and you can watch part of it and tell. Or actually, I'll just show you that. You know what? Let me just pull up the trailer. We'll watch the trailer, and then that'll be how we close out the show. Right. Let me find the trailer for the Magic Christmas tree so I can. I watched this last year because. This is how much I like talking about bad movies. I go through Amazon Prime and I look for the 1-star movies. Okay?
Oh God!
And I do those just so I have something because I was just looking for content to write for my website before I turned my website into a hub for my YouTube. Let's see, Magic.
That just sounds like masochism with extra steps.
I am a sicko. Yeah.
Coming from the Batwoman reviewer.
No kidding, right? Well, hey, if it's working for your channel,
it is.
Hey, Kettle Meat Pot.
I am masochistic. Though. I never denied that. I never denied being a masochist.
Okay, so
I think I'd be going to see Charlie's Angels reviewing Batwoman if I did. Batwoman gets me views.
At least with Batwoman, I will be there to comfort you when you come out of the theater.
I won't be. I'm gonna be like.
Oh, wait, I think I forgot to. To click the sound.
Sorry, you're jumping on tomorrow night, right, MJ? Mm-hmm. You're gonna listen to the Tao of
Pete. We're talking about the stream, right?
Yeah. Well, no.
I will be on the live stream tomorrow. Yes.
You're jumping on though too, right? That's worth a try.
I feel like in a stream of males, I need to clarify.
All right. So this
I knew what you were saying,
this
but
is another one I'm suggesting for a Christmas party.
Here's
the trailer for the Magic Christmas tree. This is 1964.
Oh no!
Everybody's on their way to see the Magic Christmas Tree. It's a new family motion picture about a talking Christmas tree.
Oh no!
All right, boy, turn the ring and say the magic words.
Rimbum, Harry Noom, help!
What the fuck? Is it like Winter Soldier?
Oh, I'm full grown, all right.
Who did that?
Why, I did. You asked a question of me, didn't you?
Trees can't talk.
Well, don't be silly. If trees can't talk, then how can I answer you? Of course I will. No.
There's not enough drugs for this.
Fun, there's a happy witch.
What? Of course there's a happy witch in a Christmas show.
The greedy giant.
In a t-shirt.
The greedy giant?
No, leave me alone.
That dude's a pedophile.
You want to see how Santa Claus is captured.
There's no snow.
See the Magic Christmas Tree.
I made a PowerPoint in like 10th grade that was better than that. No adults admitted without. What the fuck did we just watch?
Oh my god!
A trailer. It's an hour of that, dude. It's an hour long. Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like watching, like remember when they used to have the Pee Wee Herman show and they used
fuck
to watch,
that he scared the shit out of me as a kid.
But remember when they had the Mr. Bungle bits? They used to have those hygiene videos and they would make fun of them. That's what this is. It's like 60 minutes of that.
Oh my God.
The tree didn't even have like a mouth. Why didn't they at least give it a mouth?
It just has a magic voice.
It's just a series of things happening, and by the time you get done watching, you're like, "Yep, people did a lot of drugs in the '60s."
Hey, little boy, how you doing? I'm swell. Want to go kill your parents in your sleep?
Exactly. It has that old dialogue. Oh, gee, golly, really? You know.
Yeah.
The three magic words.
Gee, mom.
It's like the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Are you giving him a code?
Yeah.
I'm activating the sleeper cell.
It would be awesome if El Rey Network did a Christmas special called Machete Saves Christmas. I
want to see Danny Trejo.
I love Danny Trejo
in a dirty Santa Claus outfit.
People in the world. He is a very, very, very nice guy who does a lot of charity stuff. Like, you would just unbelievably, this guy's story. He actually was a prison inmate and a boxer, and became a goon in a lot of 80s TV shows, and eventually became the star of Machete. And also, if you've never seen the movie Badasses, all three of those are amazing movies. They're great.
He's also in Champions.
Danny Glover, buddy cop movie without any cops in it. Danny Trejo and Danny Glover, awesome together. Yeah, it's like Grumpy Old Men and Die Hard combined. Yeah.
What the hell? Have you ever seen the movie Champions? Adam?
No.
It's a underground MMA fighting video with Ken Shamrock and Danny Trejo, and his character.
Danny Trejo's in it. I'll patron it for sure.
Danny Trejo's name is Max Burrito, but we always just called him Maximum Burrito because the way
burrito,
Maximum Burrito, because like the fucking.
Hi, Taco Bell, can I take your order? I'd like to have a maximum burrito, please.
That's why I was like, that sounds like an item off the menu at Taco. Now I want Taco Bell, and it's a lot. I already had pizza tonight too, so
I did too, buddy.
That's out. It's pizza night.
Wonderful.
I know.
But any of you guys got anything else before we close this out? We're going almost 3 hours. I think it's been a lot of fun episodes.
That's what she said.
I was not saying it.
Well, you were thinking it.
Okay, insert rod support A into slot B.
That's what.
If you say that's what she said one more time, I'm going to pop you.
It wasn't me.
You want to watch a kung fu movie on LSD? Watch The Battle Wizard. Okay, where are you and how long till you get me my LSD and I'll watch it?
Yeah,
I got spare time.
We like watching the bad movies because they're fun to make fun of. So that's something that there's going to be a lot more of on my channel too, because people do turn it. It seems like the worse the movie, the more people show up.
I kind of want you to go to see. Is it Honey Bear or Honey Boy or something like that too? The Shia LaBeouf movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I kind of want you to go see that one too.
I wouldn't mind seeing a movie if Shia LaBeouf's giving a freak out performance.
Yeah, it's Honey something.
Okay.
I think it's Honey Bear.
I'm willing to sit through something terrible. I don't even care. Yeah. I
watch it be a really good movie. I'll be so disappointed.
Hey, I voluntarily sat through the
good movie.
And the whole time I'm just sitting there giggling through the whole thing. I'm like, this movie is wonderful. It's so bad, it's terrible, it's wonderful.
Oh, I'm gonna be tuned up tomorrow.
Honey Boy. It's called Honey Boy.
When I go see Charlie's Angels,
I'm probably just gonna be angry and you're gonna rant for 3 hours.
No.
How much extra points do I get for seeing my movie sober?
You get points just for going. I don't care if you're sober or not. That's the rule. Is if you can be completely shit faced going into it, but by all means, it still counts.
Oh, I'm not drinking.
I'm aware, but you're not sober.
I'm not taking points off if you guys want to be inebriated at all. No, there's no point taking off. It's not really a contest.
No, I'm telling you, I'm going sober. But so Honey Boy has 7.0 stars right now out of 10.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad then, really.
I know. So it's not going to be a bad movie.
Can be a good little actor when he's not being a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, I want you to watch that movie, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as
it's like a real life DC villain, you know.
Well, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. When you introduce me, can you call me Shia LaBeouf?
Can you call me Shia?
Shia LaBeouf.
Holy shit! I forgot the cat was still behind me. I just saw a tail move behind me. What the fuck? Cat back there still.
So, anyways, Pete, MJ, what do you guys got on the dockets for this week for your channels?
Oh well, tomorrow go ahead. Sorry, you go.
I don't have a channel. I just do what I'm told.
What are you guys up to?
Well, she's on Monday night on the Place to Be Reviews podcast. We'll be doing that 8:35 Eastern over on the channel. Tomorrow night we'll be right over on the Place to Be Etepo Queens, the Place to Be Reviews, my channel, around 10:45 to 11 p.m. Eastern start time. Late because I need some time to get set up and decompress after. Be expecting a car video right after the after the movie too. You're gonna get a car video after the movie. I'm gonna give an immediate reaction to it, and
I'm
then
not watching it until after the live stream.
That's fine. I'm no spoilers. I'm just gonna kind of that will be my rant right there. Little car video as soon as I'm sitting there probably unthawing because it's gonna be cold as shit tomorrow night. It was like 17 degrees last night. But so anyway, we've got the morning show this coming Tuesday. I have my Batwoman review. I'll have a Walking Dead episode 6 review out for last Sunday out tomorrow. This week got away from me. I haven't had time to do it. And you all know why. My Mandalorian review and the battles I fought with that the other day. So that kind of ruined me for the week. I was just like, I'm not doing any more videos. So, but yeah, Wednesday night, the boardroom will be over here on
Boring.
God damn it.
Sorry,
as unplugging, he hits his unplugging his channel, unplugging the boardroom being here next Wednesday. Hits boring. Like, fine. But that's
Instinct.
it.
I don't know why it happened.
I'm talking. Just hit the button. That's fine. I'm used to it. My wife she wants one of those buttons. She goes, aren't you going to do a fucking video or something?
Put a string on your back.
Mm-hmm.
No, yeah. The boardroom will be on my channel.
Yeah.
Wednesday, will we do 8:30, 8:35?
Yeah, 8:30 to 8:35.
No, it is never 8:30 or 8:35. That's why I had to leave a comment because the last two times you guys have not started on time, and I'm like, well, fuck, I had 10 minutes, but now you took 20 to start, so I can't join in. I don't know who it was or why it was. I'm just saying you guys have to start on time.
Lipstick. Yeah. It had to happen,
He's brushing his hair.
I don't have any to brush anymore. I shaved
He's
it
trying
all
to get
off.
his hair did.
What? I can't make a joke with you tonight.
I was cleaning my ears.
So, anyways,
I
I think this is a good time to stop it out. So,
I'm leaving either way.
I want to thank you guys for joining us, and this is episode 1 of many more, and I hope you've enjoyed my cast of characters, as they're going to be regulars on here for a while. I don't know how permanent, but I'm glad to have them here for now. So I'm glad you guys were a part of this. I've been trying to put this thing together for a year, and I'm glad it finally came to fruition. So
glad to be here, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your reviews, since I didn't do jack shit but host the show. But hey,
that's the important thing.
Yep, that's right.
Somebody's got to push the button.
I hope I didn't disappoint. So you guys have yourselves a groovy day, and on behalf of everybody else, it's the Groovinator signing out. Peace.
You didn't disappoint. You always left me satisfied and smiling.
Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining. Please remember to depress that like button and subscribe to my channel for more content. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you'll be the first to know when new content is published. Please visit RaidersOfLostFlix.com for more hilarious entertainment and links to all of our social media platforms. Also, consider supporting us on Patreon. As little as $1 a month supports our worldwide digs for more Lost Flicks. Thank you, and have a groovy day. Bye.
Duh.